Hi guys, welcome back to Hitpointed. I'm Srufal. Today we continue with Mountain Blade, but the beta patch 1.4.2 just came out. So practically the 1.4.1 is now on the live version, on the public version, and 1.4.2 is now the beta patch. So I went through this. It's small, it's a little bit on the small side, content-wise, comparatively. Hey King, welcome back. We're gonna quickly go through it and then just go back into the game, and hopefully our playthrough is save game compatible with 1.4.2. So, in single player, they fixed a few crashes. Save and load. Save file compression was optimized by around 80%. I have no idea what that means. Hello, Puni. Welcome back. Increase the number of autosave files to 3. Maybe it was needed. Localization fixes, punctuation fixes, and corrections for some text. Turkish translation update. Okay. Fixed some snow texture issues in Kuzaid villages. Good. And various model and material and texture improvements for campaign and map icons. Oh, that should be nice to see. Now, practically from here down are the main things that were changed. And we're also going to see them in-game. Clan screen. Moved clan member role assignments from Parties tab to Members tab. Now players can assign a role to clan members specific to parties that they're in. Aha, so this answers a previous question. Somebody stated that once you assign a companion to a surgeon role, he said that it would affect all parties. No, this confirms it only affects your party, and that there needs to be another member in the specific party for them to provide those bonuses there. Players can now rename their family members in the clan members tab. Okay, just family members, got it. Fief tab now shows towns and castles in different lists and contains bound settlements, notables, bound settlements and notables in the settlements. Cool. The party tab now lists the amount of each troop type that a party currently has. Interesting. Good. Practically that way you'll know who to call in. Who you gonna call? The other tab now shows more detailed information about workshops owned. Awesome. Yes, more information, more control upon the workshops. That's great. Not seeing any nerfs to... Haven't seen any nerfs to tanneries, so I think tanneries will still remain simply the best. Shift and control modifiers now work with both left click and right side keys in the inventory and party screen. Okay. Added missing one-handed and two-handed perk icons, so practically they added how they look. Fixed kingdom decision pop-up behavior for rulers. Fixed a bug that caused the likelihood percentage value next to the propose button to show incorrect values. Okay. Fixed localization issue in the custom battle screen. I haven't really... Well, I only play in English. Yes, new patch circles. Welcome back. Fixed execution pop-up visual error. And fixed the UI problem where wanderers in enemy towns are shown as red. Okay. Now, another interesting part. Polearms. They reworked polearms, and since our character is specializing in polearms, we're going to be able to select and see those perfectly. Fixed charm, leadership, trade, and medicine perk bugs. Good. Implemented second effect on two-handed perks, so we'll have to read through those as well. And they also implemented secondary effects to polearm perks. Cool. Fixed a false effect of smithing perks. Doesn't mention what, sadly. And fixed an issue with the one-handed and two-handed perks. So practically, fixes to one-handed and two-handed, added extra effects to two-handed, reworked and added skill to polearms, and fixed charm, leadership, trade, and medicine stuff. So that's cool. Clan and party. Minor faction leaders were gaining too much money, and their expenses were very low, and this was causing gold inflation. This was fixed. Okay. Never noticed a problem with that, but who knows? Maybe at one point it causes issues. Fixed an issue with the behavior of safe passage deals when the player is in a besieged settlement. And settlement actions in town and villages, castles, and hideouts. Relation loss that occurs when a village is raided is no longer spammable and is now proportional to the amount of damage caused at a village. Players will still lose a fixed but reduced relation amount with village notables and the owning clan leaders when they initiate a war by raiding the village during peacetime. So practically it's going to hurt you, it's going to kick you in the groin if you start a war in a dishonorable way. Practically the same like we did in the previous game. A lot of quest fixes that I went through them that are not really that important. Fixes and minor tweaks here and there. Improvement for player look, algorithm, and conversation. Added a conversation option with non-hostile vassals which are in an army without joining the faction that they are in. Okay. Ensure that characters whom the player meet in a quest recognize the player later. Expands comments on game actions. And townspeople and villages should now comment on available issues and quests. Interesting. Practically would give you an incentive to walk through the city and talk with the civilians. New noble weapons have been made and distributed among the fellow lords of Coleradia. So I think either they implemented new weapons or simply buffed up the lords' offensive powers. Sadly, in tournament they're still going to be the same, because in tournaments everybody uses standardized tournament weapons. You know, rubber, non-lethal weapons. Definitely. Caravan Guard, Veteran Caravan Guard, and Armed Traders have better stats now, which will make attacking caravans a little bit harder. We're going to have to check out those better stats, just to see if it's worth grabbing them for our own party. We might find a few inside taverns. Fix an issue with agent orientation in hideout boss fights. Okay. I don't know what skins XML is now moddable. I don't know what that means. So most likely you can now mod the way characters look. Maybe that's what it's up. Fix a bug where the player could take dead lords as prisoners. This should also fix dead heroes from spawning with new parties. And the developer console can be enabled now by pressing Alt and the proximation key. Can't take the lords as prisoners anymore. Yeah, I have no idea that was a thing, Mr. Det. Okay, some modifications in multiplayer. I'm not really interested in multiplayer, but practically they fixed the siege tower ramp. Some crash issues. Visual glitch. Added defender and attacker icons to class loadout screen in siege mode. Fixed inconsistent placement of scoreboard sides while the player is spectating. And now for both single player and multiplayer receive major performance improvements, better animations and fixes, separated the refresh rate option from the resolution and added aspect ratio values next to the resolution, fixed some text calculation errors, so just some corrections in the settings. And then shield physics, bodies on back are correct. Crouching is prevented during an attack in order to prevent unwanted stance switches. And single player and multiplayer now use different version numbers. Fixed issues about username with non-ASCII characters. So practically there were problems with how players were naming their characters. Hey Stuff Lord, welcome back to DN, my man. Was reading through the patch. Okay, once we get in game, what I'd like to check would be the Caravan Guard, Veteran Caravan Guard, and Armed Trader stats. And of course the character development system and the UI clan, the new UI for the clan. Let's go in. I actually haven't booted up the game since it applied the new patch, so hopefully the game's gonna go fine and peachy. Very minor problems. It seems it is stable now. So current just summary of how I feel about this patch. It's quite light on the content. They're reworking all of the perks. They're continuing to rework all of the perks. They've redone Polearms and of course added improvements and fixes to the others. I don't know, Circles. We'll find out if this breaks save games, but it didn't mention anything about compatibility issues, so in theory we should be able to continue. We should. Also, it should reset our polearm perks. It should reset polearm perks on all characters, just so we can re-add them. And that's it. we're going to go look into it, and then we're going to end the patch notes portion of this video and continue with our playthrough. Hey, Con Prince, welcome back. We looking at some .26 skills today? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And it's a good thing since our character is actually specialized in polearms, so we're going to be able to have a hands-on experience look with what we get and what's going on. We're also going to quickly look over the two-handed skills as well, since they received secondary effects. Exactly like one-handers, now two-handers receive secondary effects. So let's go quickly. Let me just quickly check video. Maybe in performance section. They said that they changed something, but it's fine. I don't think it's it affects me in any way. Let's just go back into the game. I'll load up our save file. Press yes, because we are loading an old save over a new patch. And hopefully this save will be safely converted to a 1.4.2 save. Just arrange this a bit. There we go. There. Let's go in. Music changed. We should be able to see the map soon. Also, quickly, I'll need to remind myself what I've been doing. Hey, Oberst, welcome back to the end, dude. Okay, we were going to the southeast, most likely to heal up. Yeah, because I am dead. Well, I'm dead. I don't really have HP. Hey, Rollum. Minor patch, I would say. Minor patch, extra stuff on polearms, different clan UI, and buffed up caravans. Practically, caravan units have received a buff. Okay, 19 out of the 78 raiders have leveled up. They're going to need a little bit more loving. But no, let's go to the things we're interested in. Yeah, they gave me back my polearm perks. Let's go through the two-handed first, and then we're going to go through the polearms. So, strong grip. 200 weapon you wield has 10% better handling. Infantry troops in the formation you're leading have their two-handed skills increased by 30. Okay. By 30. So, since we have 23 two-handed, that would be, let's say, a 1.5 two-handed weapon speed increase and a 3.8 weapon damage increase. Just from getting strong grip. Okay, sure. Wood Chopper. Increases your damage against shields with two-handed weapons. Infantry troops into formation you are leading increase their damage against shields by 15%. Okay, so practically your boys simply become better at dealing with shields. I don't feel like this is needed, because the AI will most likely never form a shield wall properly. So just grabbing strong grip will be better. Let's see. On the Edge. Increases your swing speed with two-handed swords by 3%. Infantry troops in formation you're leading increase their swing speed by 2%. And Head Basher. Increases your two-handed axe and two-handed mace damage by 10%. And infantry troops in formation you're leading increase their damage in general by 2%. Good shield is always better. We were discussing about destroying shields, Mr. Det. Practically, we had to choose in the first tier between Strong Grip, which simply gives you a increase in damage and speed, or Wood Chopper, which simply gives you an increase in damage against shields, which really is not really worth it. Over here, I would just say on the Edge, faster swing speed for your soldiers sounds amazing. Just faster swing speed. I'm curious to see, well, early game, we're not going to be able to see that benefit too good, but for high-tier Falksmen or something like that, on Edge should feel good. Should feel nice. Baptized in Blood. Troops in the formation you're leading gain 5% experience for each enemy you killed. Also, all melee infantry troops in your party gain 5% more experience after battle. Interesting. Good. Just specializes you in leveling up infantrymen faster. Show of Strength increases knockdown chance by two-handed weapons by 30%, and infantry troops are 30% cheaper to recruit. Recruiting infantry was never the cost for recruiting soldiers was never a problem. I would definitely go Baptized in Blood. That will simply give you a faster upgrade for your boys. Okay, what do we got here? Beast Slayer. It seems there's already a typo in the description of this one. Increases your damage against mounts with two-handed weapons by 50%. Infantry troops in the formation you are leading increase their damage against mounts by 10%. This might be good. This might be good not just for two-handed soldiers. For any polearm user, simply receives a 10% buff against horses. Sign me up. It sounds powerful. Shield Breaker. Again, it's a situation where you need to destroy shields. You don't really need to de-shield a dude. 40% more damage against shields with two-handed weapons. Infantry troops in a formation you're leading increase their damage against shields by 10%. No, not even if I would combine Wood Chopper with Shield Breaker, I would still go for Beast Slayer. Still go for Beast Slayer. Currently in the game, Kuzait and Vlandia are some of the strongest factions. You do want extra damage against horses, I would say. Okay, let's see. Berserker increases your damage with two-handed weapons by 20% when your hit points are below 50%. And Garrison in governed towns have their wages reduced by 10%. Okay, I'm not exactly sure how much a garrison usually costs you on a day-to-day basis. So this might be good, this might be bad. Confidence. Increases your damage with two-handed weapons by 15% when your HP is above 90%. Military projects, barracks training fields, battlement workshops are built 30% faster. Now, as I understand, building speed is quite low in general, so confident won't be that useful. And most of the time, you will get sniped by an arrow or a rock or something, so you're going to be under 90% HP most of the time. At least, in my case, I'm most of the time under 90% HP. So most likely Berserker for me would be the way to go. If you are a god at dodging damage, and you consistently stay over 90% health during battle, then please, by all means, get confidence. Hello, HD0. Welcome back to the end, my man. How you doing? Okay, Yado Mejutsu. Did we just jump in Japan? Okay. The fuck? Suddenly, Japanese in Bannerlord. You can deflect arrows. You can deflect arrows with two-handed weapons while changing block positions. The garrison and government settlements gain 10% more experience from battles. Okay, I mean, that's the only one that we can grab at that point, so there's no really a choice. Sure, I guess it's cool to deflect arrows. We'll see how that works. Hopefully it works and I can test it out someday. Yes, there is a new beta out there. Quite a light upgrade. Practically fixes for charm, leadership, trade, medicine, and smithing. Some fixes there. Added secondary effects to two-handed, reworked polearms, and added secondary effects to polearms. We're currently looking through two-handed. Okay, let's see what else. Terror. Your kills with two-handed weapons have a 20% higher effect on enemy troop battle morale and increases your prisoner limit by 10, a flat 10 increase. And Hope. Your kills with two-handed weapons have a 30% higher effect on friendly troop battle morale. Your party limit is increased by 5%. I would say that Terror might be better, simply for the fact that usually if a enemy soldier breaks morale, he's gone. He's bye-bye. I don't think Hope will... I don't usually have soldiers that break, and I don't think Hope will be able to bring them back fast enough back into formation to keep them safe. If they break, they have a high risk of dying before they, regroup and come back. So I would probably just go for Terror, especially if I'm on horseback and I can just consistently kill soldiers. I developed a retard. Okay, yeah. Good for you, Spicy Nandos. Bannerlord is clearly post-apocalyptic Japan. Clearly. Hey, Nikolai, thank you for resub and howdy.
Howdy.
Okay, thick hides. You gain 5 HP, and troops in your party have their HP increased by +5. In the grand scheme of things, that's not much. What's the other one? While on foot, increases your speed damage bonus with two-handed weapons by 20%, and infantry troops in the formation you're leading increase their damage by 2% and movement speed by 2%. Both sound very good. I don't think 5 HP, extra 5 HP, is better than 2% extra damage and 2% extra movement speed. Because 2% extra movement speed for a high-tier soldier is huge. So, I think Reckless Charge is sexier than Thick Hides. Okay, this is what I would do. I would take Reckless Charge if I have a lot of Falksmen and Shock Soldiers. If they need to get fast on the enemy's ass and they need to do as fast damage as possible, I'm clearly going for Reckless Charge. If my army is composed out of a big, chunky, fat, thick shield wall, Thick Hides is the way to go. So yeah, that's what I would do. If you focus on Shock Soldiers, Reckless Charge. If you focus on shield walling it up, Thick Hides. What do we got then? Vandal. Your attacks ignore 25% of the enemy's armor. Armor is a little bit like just wet tissue anyway. Infantry troops in the formation you're leading increase their damage against destructible objects by 20%. So that would make them better in sieges. That's an interesting upgrade. But they would only benefit in sieges with that. Blade Master. Increases your two-handed weapon damage by 10%. Infantry troops in the formation you're leading increase their attack speed by 2%. Yep, Blade Master. If I'm going Reckless Charge, I'm definitely going Blade Master. Definitely. And even Blade Master would work their attack speed. And it doesn't mention that it's for their two-handed weapons. Yeah, Blade Master is definitely better. Would definitely go with Blade Master all the way. Vandal is underpowered, I guess. Enemy armor is not a big deal. Especially for you. Indeed, HD0. A Way of the Great Axe. Every skill point after 250 grants you 0.2 speed increase and 0.5 damage increase with two-handed weapons. That is awesome. It doesn't only affect your axes, it affects maces and blades. It doesn't mention that it affects only axes. It states two-handed weapons in general, which is awesome. And it says every skill point after 250. Oh shit, really? Really? Ooh. That's slightly lame. Because it says here, I think this is receiving a nerf. Because it says every point after 250, and you get it at 250. So at the point of 250, you don't get any benefit from this perk. But anything beyond will simply make you more powerful. Although I can't see us reach 250 in a weapon department and then state, oh, I can get to 300 easily to benefit from the Way of the Great Axe. Sure, it's cool, but I just hope we can get there, to be honest. Yeah, I don't have a choice anyway. Before, you would get a clear buff from 200, so practically you would get this at 275, and then every skill point after 250 would give you the bonus. So it would be a flat 0.2. What's 25 times 0.2? That would be 5. A 5% attack speed increase and a 10% at 300. Yeah, you would gain a 10% at 300. 10% attack speed at 300. And 0.5 times 50. 25% damage increase. But at that point, you should be able to one-shot everything anyway. So, I'm not sure. Maybe... You know what I would do? I would probably bring this somewhere around here. Instead of Yado Mejutsu. And just make it Way of the Great Sword, Way of the Great Axe, Way of the Great Mace. Just separate them and make you force yourself to specialize into them. And to specialize a certain type of two-handed weapon. Because that way it would give me time to play with the weapons. It would give me time to feel more powerful as I increase my skills. By the time I get Way of the Great Axe, I am most likely either one-shotting things and pretty overpowered, or I'm bored out of my mind. So, it's one of the two. I kind of don't like that over there. Would love it if it were a little bit on the lower side. But, who knows? We'll just have to wait and test out and see. Now, let's get to Polearms, which we get to play around with. Yeah, sadly they... Okay, so for those who are going to be asking, I'm just going to state this right off the bat. The icons that have a lock on it should work. They just did not decide on a art or a icon for that perk. Okay, most likely they're going to be adding those in the next patch. For example, over here, they did not add anything to Yado Meijutsu. Most likely they're going to be adding it in the next patch. So, don't think these don't work. They just don't have an icon yet. It's the beta branch. Things need fixing, baby. Okay, so let's see what we got. Most likely, I'm expecting a on-foot polearm specialization and on horseback polearm specialization. Let's go through them. Pikeman increases your damage with polearms by 2%. Okay. No secondary effect, just a flat 2% buff, damage buff. Cavalry increases your damage with polearms while mounted by 2%. Now the question arises, do these two do the same thing? Do they literally do the same thing? Because if this increases my damage with polearms just on foot, then clearly I'm going to be grabbing cavalry if I'm on a horseback. But if this affects me, even if I'm on foot, even if I'm on mounted, I will clearly grab pikemen because cavalry only affects me while I'm on a mount. So there's no clear difference between the two. Clearly, out of how they're phrased, pikeman is the superior one. Killer X, thanks for resubbing, man. Really appreciate it. But for the sake of not risking it, if pikeman only affects you on foot, I'm gonna go with cavalry this time around. Because that's how it's meant to be, I think. That's how they're thinking it. Again, I think. Let's see. Kind of useless because the current state of the game, getting the last perk is really hard and going over them nearly impossible. I agree, man. I agree, H0. Can't wait for them to make range units even more OP when the new bow perks get into the game. Yeah, I feel like once they I think next patch they should rework the bows. And then the patch after, they're going to be adding secondary effects to bows. Most likely that's going to improve the power of archer-focused and mounted archer-focused armies even further. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I'm very curious to see what they're going to be doing with crossbow, though. Yusum Pikeman is only on foot, but it's just poorly worded. Yep, that's what I said as well. Okay, braced and keep at bay. Braced increases your change... Wait. Increases your change to dismount... Typo. My god. Increases your chance to dismount an enemy cavalry on successful hit. Not change. Increases your chance. Developers, please. Okay, so that's for foot soldiers. Keep at bay. Bonus to pushing opponents with a successful thrust with polearms. Increases militia recruitment in government settlements by 1. It's a no-brainer. I'm going to go with keep at bay. It provides you with some crowd control against the enemy, and it provides you a passive benefit to your fiefs. Clearly, keep at bay is superior. Braced just increases your chance to dismount a dude. I mean, you're most likely going to be killing the horse. So, yeah, keep at bay. Plus, we're not on foot, so no-brainer choice. Swift Swing. Increases your swing speed with polearms by 5%. Infantry troops in the formation you are leading increase their swing speed by 2. Now the question is, do they increase their swing speed by 2 with polearms or with all weapons? Again, it's not stated. It's not clarified. Clean Thrust. Increases your thrust damage with polearms by 10%. Infantry troops in the formation you're leading have a plus 30 to their polearm skills. I'm going to go with Clean Thrust. Even though I don't need the damage, I don't need the extra thrust damage because you usually one-shot shit, especially if you couch. But that the buff for your soldiers is much more powerful. I don't know, HD0. As I said, it's not stated in the description. In theory, it should be polearms, but the way it's written, and it's clearly rushly written. I can see it clearly that they rushly written this. It should be for all weapons. If it's for all weapons, Swift Swing is better. If it's not for all weapons and only polearms, I think Clean Thrust is the way to go. I'm going to go with Clean Thrust this time around. Again, I'm trying to consider that these are written the way they're intended. You know? So that's why I'm taking the right choices. They should really write it to be more clearly. Kind of hard to decide when the text is not clear enough. Yes, HD0. That's exactly what I stated. Okay, let's see. Next will be Footwork. Increases your combat movement speed with polearms by 2% and increases your soldiers' movement speed by 2%. Amazing. Amazing perk if you have a foot soldier build. Hard Knock. Increases your chance to knock opponents down with successful swing attacks. Infantry troops into formation you are leading gain 3 HP. I'm probably going to go with Hard Knock. In theory, I should be a cavalryman or a horse archer. Since I have a ranged weapon, I should be in the horse archer division. I'm not exactly sure how the game calculates that shit. But that should just buff up all of my mounted archers. Okay, Cakes. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Untitled Chapter. Sadly, they did not specify which ones have been fixed. I'm gonna go Hard Knock. Even though... Well, in this case, Hard Knock because we don't really have foot soldiers. Lancer. Increases your speed damage bonus with polearms while mounted by 20%. Troops in the formation you are leading increase their damage speed bonus with polearms by 20%. So practically just makes polearms more deadly in the hands of cavalry. Steed Killer. Increases your damage against mount with polearms by 70%. Increases troops in the formation you are leading increase their damage against mounts with polearms by 30%. Very awesome. I would just switch these between them. If you already focused a foot build up there and a mounted build down here, please for fuck's sake don't switch them around. Keep the cavalry down and keep the infantry up, because clearly Lancer's supposed to be down here and Steed Killer is supposed to be up there, although both benefit that shit. Yes, Steed Killer will make not just you but everybody very effective against taking out horses. But it's important that they have polearms when they do so, and mounted archers do indeed have polearms, not just swords. No, I don't feel like Lancer is needed. Steed Killer is, I think, the way to go, because already the bonus speed for polearms is pretty high. Okay, let's go. Next, Skewer. Your Couch Lance. Oh, wow. Your Couch Lance now has a 30% chance to stay couched if it killed someone. Okay. Good. That means that you might get a chance to kill another dude that's behind the one that you've just... That's a double-edged sword, punny. No. Well, hear me out. It's a double-edged sword. Think of it this way. You couch it, and then you either expect it to remain couched. You kill somebody, and then you either expect it to remain couched and you charge another dude, or it doesn't remain couched and you charge into a dude and you risk slowing down or getting bogged down. I know that the risk is kind of minor. It depends on who you're charging. And also, it's a very low chance for another soldier to be exactly at the back of the dude that you just skewered. Or who knows? Maybe it just goes puck and stabs everyone. That would be cool. Also, the question is, can you keep going for skewer? Question would be, let's say, couched, killed my first enemy, I get a 30% chance to kill another enemy. After I kill the second enemy, do I get another 30% chance to go for a third target? Or a fourth? Can I chain couch enemies? That's another question. So, I would add in parenthesis, yeah, combo skewer. I would add in parenthesis if this stacks or not. Because if you're a lucky fuck, you would just skewer an entire line of soldiers. Haven't played the game since 1.2.1, and I hopped on yesterday. Holy shit, lords are so much more OP now. Yeah, they're more powerful, cakes. If you charge on infantry, that's good-ish. If they don't have polearms. If they have polearms, they're just going to stop you in your tracks. Also heard that lords now have special lord weapons. Kind of wonder how powerful they are. Yes, they do. It would be hilarious. Yeah, it would be hilarious to just... would be OP as fuck and hilarious to just skewer through the soldiers like it's nobody's business. Okay, let's see what's the other one. Guards. When you hit enemy's head with a polearm, you deal 50% more damage. Experience of garrison cavalry in governed settlements is increased by 20%. Okay, so practically you do bonus damage to enemies' heads. This is clearly the cavalry variant. No, both are for cavalry. Actually, no. One sec. Skewered is dedicated cavalry. Pretty sure it's just dedicated cavalry. You can only couch on a horse. Guards is both for foot soldiers and for mounted? I mean, if I hit somebody's head... mounted, from a mounted perspective, I'll do bonus damage. If I'm on foot and I swing towards his head or stab towards his head, I'll deal bonus damage. Which is great. Well, I mean, practically one-shotting potential right there. 50% more damage is huge. You will most likely one-shot shit. But then the secondary effect, experience of garrison cavalry in governed settlements is increased by 20%. So, does that mean it's more directed towards cavalry? Yeah, that's weird. That one's weird. Hitting a guy in the head would be way more easy on foot than on a horse, so I guess that's the foot perk. Yeah, but the secondary effect is for mounted units. That shouldn't be a perk, that should be a game physics. Indeed, buddy, that should be game physics. If you hit somebody in the head, they should receive more damage without having to take a goddamn perk. I agree. So maybe they're going to change this in the future. Guys, is it just me or all of these feel rushed? I have a feeling that they're rushed. Okay, let's keep going. Standard Bearer. Troops in your formation take 20% less morale loss. Garrison infantry in governed settlements have their wages reduced by 20%. Powerful skill. Morale boost all around. Phalanx. Infantry in your party have better fighting skill while in tight and shield wall formation. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Infantry in your party have better fighting skills while in tight and shield wall formations. The fuck does that mean? I mean, give me some numbers, give me some calculations. Tell me, if a soldier is next to two of his friends, he gains, I don't know, 5% faster attack speed. I don't know if it's better AI. I don't know if they receive extra HP to their shields. I don't know if they receive extra speed to their polearms. I have no idea. It doesn't state. Secondary effect, troops in formation you're leading increase their damage with polearms by 3%. Maybe it's better weapon skills. I don't know, Mr. Badman. I literally don't know. It's not stated. So, until I receive clarifications, I'm going to go with Standard Bearer. Because it's also going to give me a financial passive benefit outside of combat. And plus, we all... Okay, I have to admit, if Phalanx only functions for polearms users, it's going to be pretty shit. But if it functions with all units that are standing in a blob, Phalanx might be very powerful, depending on the skills that it raises. But because it's so vague with what it improves, I can't go for it. Generous rations. Troops in your formation gained plus 5 HP. Reduces recruitment cost of infantry troops by 30%. No, I don't think there's a brace option. Bunny. You can thrust, and once the horse is close enough, you just release the thrust. Practically, you could prepare thrust, and when the horse is close enough, you just thrust forward, and practically that's the brace. But you gotta release at the right time. Alright, drills. Governed settlements gain plus 1 militia per day. All troops in party gain additional 1 XP per day. Okay, that 1 XP is nothing. That sounds very underpowered. It does, HD0, it does. Hey, Sammy Cass, welcome back to the end. I'm a little bit disappointed in the way these perks were written. Unlock Brace Polearm command? I guess it would be powerful. But I wouldn't want to use it if the AI can't use it. I don't know. It's kind of meh. Drills is kind of meh. I would probably gonna go for generous rations, just for extra survivability for all troops. I know, Sammy Kaz, I know that it's still in the beta. They need to improve what Phalanx does. They need to state... they have a few that need to be clarified, with numbers and clearer data. But those are just some examples. Sure-footed. Increases your defense against mount charge damage by 50%. That's useless because mount charge damage doesn't do shit. Infantry troops in the formation you're leading have their defense against mount charge damage increased by 30%. That seems weak as fuck. Sure-footed seems super weak. Don't expect this game to be out of early access for another year? Yes, we don't expect that either. I don't expect this to be out of early access for another year and a half at least. Imagine if you get all of the HP increased skill perks in the skill trees, your boys are going to become tanky as fuck. True, HD0. If you manage to just get all of the HP buffs, you might get some chunky boys. You might get some super chunky boys. Okay, so that was sure-footed, which seems very underpowered. Unstoppable force. Your crouched lance attacks deals triple damage against shields. Okay. Cavalry troops in the formation you're leading increase their speed damage bonus with polearms by 30%. Probably unstoppable force if you have a cavalry-focused army. But sure-footed seems underpowered. Just all around underpowered. Unless you are clearly not going for any cavalry, then yeah, most likely sure-footed is the way to go. No, really, Sammy Kaz? I should give them a little bit. I'm gonna try to give them a link to the video, see if they want to watch it. 300% can probably break shields. I think a normal couched lance can just go through a shield, no problem, without that perk, bunny. No, Sammy Kaz. Hopefully I can leave it on their forum or something. HD0, didn't you provide them with some feedback? Where did you provide that feedback? at. Let's go. Counterweight. Increase handling of swingable polearms you use by 50%. Cool. Practically gives you a chance of... Alright. I'll check the forums. Swingable polearms you use by 50%. That's good. That's interesting. It just makes fighting with a polearm on foot, with a swingable polearm on foot, more bearable. Infantry troops in the formation you're leading have their polearm skill increased by 20. Okay, maybe 20 to a high-tier troop is a lot, but it feels slightly underpowered. I don't know, what's your opinion on this one, guys? Sharpen the tip. Thrust attacks with polearms have 5% increased damage. Weak. Infantry troops in the formation you're leading increase their thrust damage by 5%. Goodish against horses. And even to cavalry, that should be a buff. Foot soldier perk, mounted soldier perk, and that's for infantry troops, so only for a foot soldier army. This sharpened tip is most likely... Oh no, sharpened tip also provides just to infantry troops an increase to thrust damage. That's kind of lame. Yeah, I would probably still take sharpen the tip. A lot of troops have swingable polearms. If a lot of troops have swingable polearms, that counterweight might be the way to go. But again, it would have to be a soldier without a shield to have a swingable polearm. If he has a shield, sharpen the tip. Oh, you think that a lot of troops don't have swingable weapons? Well, the Vlandian Vosgier, or however you pronounce that, has a swingable polearm, I would say. So I guess it's situational. If you literally have spearmen that have swingable polearms, probably counterweight is the way to go. If you have just all-around shield the wall with polearms, with spears, sharpen the tip. Probably the way. Okay, and Way of the Spear. Every skill point after 250. And look at that, you get it at 275. So if you get Way of the Spear, you automatically gain a benefit from it. You automatically gain around a 5% speed increase. Probably too much. But still, you gain a benefit from the Way of the Spear automatically if you grab it. So that's cool. Done. Let's see if it applies the skills. Okay. Whew! It applies the skills. I don't have to restart my playthrough. Thank God. Cavalry with lances will be cool to see. Horse archers will be cool to see as well. Once they run out of arrows, most of them will spawn with a lance, so they're going to be fine with the lance as well. It's going to benefit if you're a polearm user, it's gonna, and you're on horseback, it's gonna buff up your horse archers as well, or your cavalry as well. So that's cool. Yana, hello, Yana. You're on a mount, so cavalry. Keep at bay. I don't think keep at bay will be useful to you. The second benefit, increased militia recruitment and government settlements, won't work on her unless she's a governor. Increases your chance to dismount an enemy cavalry on a successful hit. Nah, keep it at bay. Keep it at bay, we're going to go with that. A little bit of extra crowd control might be useful to her in case she gets knocked off a horse. Swift swing. Increases your swing speed with polearms by 5%. Clean thrust. Plus polearm skills. So, in theory... I wonder if the secondary effects work for companions, and if they stack. Can you imagine? I get clean thrust, she gets clean thrust. That means all of the soldiers receive a plus 60 to their polearm skill? That'd be fucking insane. Yeah, I know. That skewer would be a powerful skill. Clearly hard knock. Because that just increases combat movement speed. So, there we go. Sorry, Samikaz, what did you want to say? It would make sense? It would make sense to stack? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. If that shit stacks, it should become very OP. I think so, Bunny. So probably just as a leader, he'll be able to do that. Hey, Yasid. Good, he can now deflect arrows, apparently. Castor Durold, there we go. Cavalry, keep at bay, clean thrust. Oh, really? But you wanted to go with footwork. That's dumb. Captain means whoever's in command, so you, or if you delegate. Okay. So most likely it only affects the leader of the formation. You're correct. It will not stack. That simply confirms that it will not stack. Yana's in the 4th. 4th division. Can I be part of a division? How can I tell which squad I'm part of? No. You're correct, Randolph. You are correct. Only the leader. It does state on the perk that only the leader can add that passive. It's shitty. I hope we're gonna be able to get the chance of allocating ourselves as the leader of a division. Okay, next up I want to quickly look at the armed trader. I really have no idea if these guys were better. It did drop, Randolph. I'm infantry by default, so it doesn't change based on does it change based on my loadout? That's dumb. Caravan. Let's see. Well, they're decent soldiers. They're decent mid-tier soldiers. Oh, never mind. Second, high tier. Tier 5. Okay, cool. They did say that they buffed up these units, so caravans will be more protected now. Apparently there were problems with caravans getting destroyed. Indeed, Randolph. That's what we literally just checked. Okay, let's see how they changed the UI. Hey, I can rename myself. Awesome. Can I rename? I can rename my wife. Interesting. Let's just leave it at Yana. I cannot rename Yasid or the other companions. And I have space for another dude. Okay. Alright. What else did they do here? Oh! You no longer have the option of changing their role on this screen. Let's go to parties. Ahaha! I see. Okay, that's cool. I'm a quartermaster. Yana's nothing. Custer's the surgeon. Yasid's the scout. And Dural's the engineer. Not bad. Luca is the everything. And it also shows you the composition of the party now. That's cool. I like that very much. I like that very, very much. The only problem is I cannot influence... It is very cool, yeah. The only problem is I cannot influence or level up... Or maybe... Let's see. Can I level up the companions without having to talk to them? Can I add points to you, my lady? No. No. I still have to bring them in my party somehow, which is shitty. Thank God you're able to rename people now. I once pressed enter when naming my child, but I had not typed anything yet. Too bad, kid. I guess you'll not get a name. I feel ya, man. I feel ya. Okay. Also, that's going to be cool when... Hopefully, you're going to be able to see this screen when you invite dudes to your army as well. Now, there's another question that I have Can I delegate a companion, an extra companion, to go into the caravan? Can I do that? If I give a role none, she should be able to fulfill all of those roles. But the question is, can I, for example, tell Yana? No, I cannot tell Yana a thing. Or maybe I have the option by simply speaking to her from the party menu. We'll see. Fiefs. Alright. Clan does not own any fiefs. Good. Other. Aha! More information on the workshops. Finally. Let's see. Tanner. Inputs. Leather. Outputs. Leather and light armor. Level 1. Okay, so there will be a way to level up workshops. That's going to be a thing in the game. Cool. Yes, please. Deepen the economic system. That would be amazing. So we are currently producing money. Okay. Also, this is just a fluff. This is just some fluff. But I would give each town... I would try to give each town something unique. I don't know, give Tial a statue of the god Tial, or something like that. Give it some lore. Make it more lore-friendly. Give it a unique avatar. Make Sibir and Tial look different. Now, I do understand that this is the default avatar for Battania. This is the default avatar for... Sorry. This is the default avatar for Sturgia. This is the default avatar for Battania. But just give it a unique avatar to each city. Give each city an identity. That would be awesome. You'd probably have to meet them on the map and transfer troops. Nope, that doesn't work, Randolph. That doesn't work. I tried to talk with them on the map to do something, but doesn't change anything. Can I talk with you? Let's see, what are my options, Yana? If I discuss with you, what do we do? Did it say they wanted to make cities more unique, but maybe at some point later that'll happen? Maybe have a city flag? At least a city flag. Hey girl, it's been a while. Hey boys. Thanks for the 50 bits, dude. Position, no. Quick question, nothing. So I don't have the option of sending Yana to further assist a caravan, but maybe I can send Yana or somebody to further assist with a party. We'll have to see. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the patch notes aspect of the video. From here on out, we're just going to continue with the playthrough, and I'm just going to be telling the dudes who are just watching for patch notes, thanks for watching, wish you a wonderful day. And hopefully we're simply going to get better quality, better stuff. And yes, I am completely aware this is the beta branch. Things are supposed to be broken, things are supposed to be unclear, but hopefully adding this feedback will help out. Okay? So, wish you guys a wonderful day. Bye. And now, let's just continue with the playthrough. Have I heard any rumors around town lately? Hey, boys, welcome. I heard that Total War... Sorry, not Total War. Oh, yeah. Total War, the new one that's coming out, will be for free on release date on Epic Games Store. It will be for free, so please remember the date. I sadly don't remember the exact date, but I'm sure you can find it out easily. What about Charm and other perks? They said that they haven't fixed anything. Sorry, they said they haven't changed anything, but they just fixed them. August the 3rd. Thanks, Randolph. We'll see. We're just going to have to wait and see. Alright, so let's get rolling. I need to go and heal up my boys. Hey, Verdon. Welcome back to the end, dude. Total War will also not show in Steam for a year? Okay. Well, that Total War. Not the ones that are already on Steam. Giving your game away for free sounds like they don't think it'll sell well. I wonder why. It's not about that. It's just Epic Store's plan to increase their traffic. And I feel like their servers are going to just go down again. Because if you advertise for free shit... yeah. But yes, they'll most likely have a ton of DLC, so they're still going to be making a lot of money. I mean, that was always the way of Creative Assembly to get cash. What's your new playthrough as Alaric von Bruhaha? No, my name is just Alaric, or Alaric. I'm not a von Bruhaha, I'm still a fiddle bottom, boys. Don't want to recruit troops, I want to trade. And I want to sell all of those weapons. Still need to buy the day 1 Amazon DLC, even if you get it for free. There's already a day 1 Amazon DLC? Are you serious, H0? Also, I heard that this Total War will have magical elements to it, so I might be interested in checking it out. That sounds cool. Whoa, 22k. Okay, revert. The city doesn't have enough money. How? What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh, that explains things. Did you guys see what we found? So this is a armor piece that dropped from Sea Raiders. The fuck? I don't think I've seen a better headpiece. In one of the vids, I heard they say that the Amazons will be day 1 DLC for Troy. Okay. Passion said there's new, better armor for Lords, but from a Sea Raider. Yeah, this is from a Sea Raider. Clearly from a Sea Raider. We did not have this. I would have noticed it. Well, I'm going to be adding it to my repertoire. And I'm going to be giving this to my baby girl. There you go. And this to you. And probably... oh no, that's still good. And that's it. Get it. Does anyone know if the community patch perk fixes work for 1.4.1? Most likely not, unless it's specified on the community patch perk fix page. Dakota Shakes. Welcome back to the end, man. Okay, so farm Sea Raiders. You have a chance of getting some very, very expensive loot, which is awesome. So we're gonna wait here for some time. Hopefully we're gonna be making a baby. Do you guys happen to remember what we were discussing on doing next? Do we plant... yeah! We got a baby on the way. It's awesome. What was I planning on doing? Let me just check my army. My boys need to level up. I need to get a shit ton of war horses. And that's it. Level up, get a shit ton of war horses, and join a faction as a vassal. And we were discussing of joining a faction as a vassal either on the Northern Empire or the Southern Empire. Hello, one mean green bean. Welcome back to the end. The only problem is if we join the Northern or the Southern faction and we fight against Khuzait, we are no longer going to have access to new Khuzait recruits for the armies. So that is going to be slightly on the annoying side of life. Tribe Chief learns he has an Air 900 colorized. Yes. Definitely. The rank. Definitely. Also, another plan would be simply to destroy all hideouts and increase our relations with all the villages. The reason why I would like to fight against Khuzait is because I want to increase my relations with their clans, and hopefully maybe convince them to join my faction in the future. And destroying the hideouts would simply increase my relations with the nearby villages, thus increasing my chance of getting the good shit recruits, the high tier recruits. Can I make a tier list for the factions now, or do you think that they're all pretty balanced? Currently in the OP sector, I would say Khuzait, Vlandia are the most okay, no. I gotta make a tier list for simulations and a tier list for against the player. Okay, so in a simulation, in an AI versus AI scenario, Khuzait and Vlandia still have bonuses for cavalry. Because of the 20% bonuses to cavalry in simulations, Khuzait and Vlandia will usually snowball out of control and dominate the other factions. Empire and Aserai can also dominate if they have enough horses. Sturgia can also dominate if they have enough horses. Battania is looking a little bit bad, but if Battania has... but Battania has those noble archers, which are very, very powerful, but again, they're not very powerful in autocal. Now, if you're on the field of battle, I would say Khuzait and Battania are the strongest, simply because Khuzait's horse archers and Battania's noble archers. How do you get the Banner Knights? You get the Banner Knights by recruiting nobles from villages, and you just level them up directly into Banner Knights. It's not a new save. If you're a vassal, can you propose peace voting without crashing? I don't know if you can propose peace voting without crashing. I've never had enough influence to propose peace, but I am going to give it a shot. And welcome to the end when the rage quit happens. Besides that, I would say Empire is a very balanced and powerful faction. They're all around very good on the field. Also, if you have enough fire rate, Vlandian's crossbowmen are pretty powerful, and, well, Vlandian's cavalry is pretty okay, but I feel like they tend to get themselves killed. I don't know, I just got a feeling. I understand that Aserai Master Archers are, again, very powerful. I think the faction that gets the short end of the stick on the field of battle, when you are there, is Sturgia. They should change it depending on the field that the battle's taking place, from plus 20% to minus 20% if it's in mountains. That would be fair. I guess so. Funny. I guess so. So that would be the tier list that I kind of noticed going on. So, let's go eastwards. We're going to go to Carbanseth. We healed up a bit. We're capable of battle. I'm going to try to attack those 13 looters. Hopefully they're not going to surrender. And then we're going to go eastwards in Khuzait territories. Try to destroy some hideouts. On the way, we're going to be leveling up the soldiers. And once we have a high-tier sexy army, we're going to join a faction as a vassal. And then start prioritizing into leadership. Khuzait and Battania seem to stand out the most. Yes, Khuzait and Battania stand out the most on the field of battle when you're participating. Khuzait and Vlandia win the most in auto-calculation situations. So practically in AI versus AI scenarios, when you're not participating. I forgot to switch. Oh, I'm dead. Thanks, game, for just freezing there. Love you. I forgot to... which faction is the weakest? I would say Sturgia for a bit. Got him. I would say Sturgia is the weakest right now on the field. They did receive recent buffs, so I do have to check them out a bit. But Sturgis should be the weakest. Also, Kuzait, I understand, is pretty shit in siege scenarios. I don't know about that. I don't know. Hey, Sith Lord. Actually, no, you were here already. Sorry. I know that you arrived when I was reading the patch notes. Okay, first of all, I need those raiders in the 3rd division. A separate division that is there to level up. You're going to be in the 3rd division as well. And you're going to be in the 3rd division as well. I don't want those Kuzite heavy horse archers getting in the way. I just need the boys to level up. You guys have potential of further leveling up, so you're going to be in the 3rd division as well, including you, Yana. Including you, baby girl. Hello, the Forgotten Dreams. Oh, Bandlish. Thank you for raiding, my man. Thank you very much. Welcome to Hit Point Inn. It's a location where you can just sit back, relax, chill out, and have a good, interesting conversation. Welcome. Bandlish, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Hit Point Inn. Name's Reval. I'll be your bartender, and I really hope you enjoy your stay. Drinks are on me today. Round of drinks for everyone. Welcome. Okay, let's go towards Caravan Seth, go eastwards, and we'll see what's going on. So, Banlish, were you also streaming Bannerlord? I like to raid people I don't know a few days a week. Can you tell these folks all about you, my man? What games you normally stream and all that good stuff? Of course, I'm mostly a Mountain Blade streamer. I created a lot of guides on YouTube for Mountain Blade. If you guys know about the Ultimate Guide series, that's mine. And besides that, I also prefer RPGs and strategy games. So think along the line of Kenshi, Star Sector, Total War Warhammer, and a lot of Mountain Blade DLCs, and now Bannerlord, trying to learn and teach as much as possible about Bannerlord, for I will be creating a guide in the future. So that's kind of the gist of it. That's kind of the gist of my content. So if you're planning on sitting around, that's what you would expect. Thank you, Banlish. Thank you. Do I risk sending troops? Okay, most likely one of these looters will kill somebody. But I just want the experience. Okay, we just got one injured. That's perfectly fine. Same game, I'm just a variety caster. Not an expert, I just like variety stuff. Kenshi, Star Sector, Mountain Blade, all great games. Yeah, they're good, my man. They're very good. Let me think if I can recommend something to you. But most likely you know all of the bunch. All of the bunch in that regard. Also, sometimes we play XCOM. What else? Thank you, Banlish. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day, my man. Peace. And thank you again for the raid. Check out Shadow Empire. Came out yesterday. Great game, but terrible graphics. Usually graphics don't really bother me. Death Pony, TC Armored, Starfire Reaper. Thank you for becoming followers, guys. Welcome to Hit Point Inn. Could you give me kind of a summary of what is Shadow Empire about? Great game, terrible graphics, Shadow Empire, RPG, and strategy. Sounds something like Tyranny, maybe? Okay, there's a tournament here. Do I care reaching clan tier 4? I don't. I don't care about that, so I'm not going to be going for the tournament. I'm going to check to see if there's an interesting prize in their tournament, but if not, post-apocalyptic old school world conqueror. I see. Can you please compare it to something, Banlish? Old school style. Dwarf Fortress, Rimworld, Scavenger, maybe? Oh, you did say that it's turn-based. Is it in the style of Age of Wonders? Hearts of Iron 3? in that way. Body armor, that could work on some of my dudes, so we're gonna try to win it. So, Hearts of Iron 3, get it. Hello! What the fuck did I just say? We're the small fries. We're one of the unlucky ones to spawn in the middle of the entire debacle. Okay, so the only way I would win is if I hide and survive and manage to be one of the last troops standing. There we go. Nice to meet you too, Banlish. Nice to meet you too. Okay, so practically I'm already qualified for the next round, simply because we managed to survive this long, so I'm okay with dying. We just went from World War Z to Downfall. I didn't understand anything. Okay, build the puppy up, man. Peace. Could you please explain, Durank? What are you referring to with that? Okay, 1v1, 1v1. They should be fine. I'm fighting against a Battanian veteran skirmisher. Let's see. Dodge or parry the first shot and then go for the attack. There we go. That usually gives me the momentum to just dominate the enemy. Good. Next, we can skip that round. 2v2. Let's see where we're facing. That's bad. Oh, that is very bad. Okay, I literally need to fight them one at a time, use his friend as cover, and now dodge arrows like it's no tomorrow. Okay, that didn't work. Come on. Good, forced him into melee before he took the last shot. That worked. Durank, Fian champions are considered one of the strongest units in the game. Oh, shit. God, I hate the spawn locations. Spawn locations are terrible in Battanian arenas. But we managed to go through. Good. Good. So we won the shoulder piece. That's going to go on one of our companions. You can dint a companion with add the trade skill. Will they spawn later on in your game? Okay, Sith Lord. So you can't find a companion with trade skill. So that would be a spice vendor. Yes, they will spawn later in the game. As I understand, companions spawn after 1 year of in-game time, and then I think they periodically spawn afterwards. Good. So let's see who wants that shoulder piece. No. Yes, definitely. Our medic clearly needs a little bit of survivability, and that seems to be it. We're gonna sell that. No problem, Sith Lord. Okay, let's sell that. Sell all of the armor pieces we literally don't need. Let's see if they have any war horses. Yeah, I'll take those too. Should be fine. At this point, price doesn't matter for war horses. Is engineering worth focusing on with your main character? No. No, Solo Kaldaka. Welcome to the end. It's not worth going on your main character. The benefit of engineering is very, very insignificant and very situational. It's usually not even worth specializing a companion into it. It's very, very underwhelming and underpowered. So I recommend that you simply focus on something else. For my research that I've did, I usually recommend people to build their characters with charm, leadership, trade, roguery, and tactics, because your character is the only one who can provide those benefits for your army. I also recommend going for Steward on your main character, just because it passively levels up, and it passively levels up very fast, and it's going to give you some interesting perks to work with once they're currently active within the game. Why Roguery? Roguery is the looting skill from Warband. It simply provides you with bonus battle loot post-battle screen. And also will provide you with some small little benefits here and there. Again, if the Roguery perks work themselves. But simply from the standpoint of what benefits your party, you gotta go with Tactics, Roguery, Charm, Leadership, Trade. Optionally go with Steward or Medicine, you can choose. Recommend putting on everyone Smithing, but don't invest any focus points into it. Just some Smithing, based on their Endurance skill, just for an extra boost to leveling up. And then one melee skill, one range skill, and either Riding or Athletics. Not both, just one of them is perfectly fine. That will give you a very balanced, well-rounded main character. You wish engineering skill could fix the AI during sieges? Aw, Durank, my boy. Only works if I have it, or I can take a companion who is good at roguery. No. A companion who's good at roguery will not provide you with roguery passive, because it needs to be the party leader. In the current state of the game, roguery needs to be on the one who leads the army. So that is you, in your case, for your party. Get Tactics, Roguery, Charm, Leadership, and Trade, because all of these can only be provided by your character. It's that easy. Of course, this is for min-maxing. If you prefer to roleplay, please roleplay however the fuck you want and have fun. That'd be the idea. Okay, so I'd like to kill those 20 looters. It would be nice to go from Balion of Ibelin. Thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point Inn. We're gonna fight those guys. The plan here is we want to go eastwards. We want to train up our army as much as possible. We want to go to Kuzai territories to buy war horses wherever we can, because we need to level up our horse archers into heavy horse archers. And we want to destroy hideouts in Kuzai territories to increase relations with villages so we can recruit nobles easier. Afterwards, we're most likely going to join as a vassal against Kuzai just to keep them toned down, to stop them from snowballing out of control. Until we have enough in our leadership skill to get Disciplinarian. Once we have Disciplinarian, that's going to be a very, very good source of noble units. Once we have Disciplinarian from leadership, we're going to create our own faction. That would be the idea. Cranky Old Git. Can you only rest Smithy skill in a town, or is there another way to recuperate your rest time? Sadly, it's only in town. You literally have to wait and sleep inside a town to get it back. So, I'm sorry for that. Vela the Ache. Thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point Inn. It's a common complaint from a lot of players, the fact that, you can only regain your smithing stamina by resting it up in a town. Hey, Celine, welcome back. Tips for workshops. Currently, the tannery produces the most money. And you can build the tannery anywhere. The tannery is the direworks of Bannerlord. Hopefully you understand that reference. The tannery is the direworks of Bannerlord. In Warband, the most powerful workshop was, the most powerful enterprise was the dirework. Over here, it's the tannery. Alright, old Git. You do you, man. You do you. Is there a difference between cavalry versus square formation and cavalry versus circle formation? Sadly, I don't really have a lot of experience with melee cavalry, Durank. No, I understand that you're asking which formation is better for a charge. Sadly, because of how easy it is for a horse to ride through a infantryman, I don't think cavalry formation really matters that much. I would go with square formation instead of a circle formation, though. But again, I haven't seen this in combat because I haven't gotten the chance to test out a full melee cavalry army yet. I haven't been rolling around with the Swadian Knights yet. Currently, I've tested out a full archer army, which is quite effective, full foot archer army. Now I'm testing out a mounted archer army, and then in the future I plan on testing out a shock soldier focused army, a cavalry, melee cavalry or lancer focused army, and then third, a all-arounder army with a little bit of everything, and just see how they interact and play off of each other. I'm having high hopes for the mixed army. That should be cool. But again, we are dedicating one playthrough to each of these experiments, to each of these tests. All of these playthroughs are practically me experimenting, trying shit out. Each playthrough has a theme. Yes, we are going full Khuzait army, currently standing... Well, the idea is not necessarily Khuzait army. The idea is to go for a full mounted archer army, which clearly has a very powerful advantage on the field of battle. I understand in sieges there are more on the shittier side. And the best spammable mounted archer is the Khuzait mounted archer, just because they literally gain a horse at tier 2. Gain a horse, bow and arrow at tier 2. Automatically increasing their survivability by a lot. Let's go level up those two. To be honest, Khuzait Horse Archer only is my favorite out of all of them. Okay, Crow Frights. Glad that you've had a chance to test out all of them and find your favorite. To be honest, I'm kinda... Well, currently I'm not impressed with the full Horse Archer army simply because I don't have a complete, fully upgraded Horse Archer army yet. And the fact that I have to personally buy and find a tier 2 horse and a war horse for each and every goddamn soldier is annoying. So currently I'm not impressed. I still need to further experiment with it to make a more, you know, a better opinion of it. A better well-rounded opinion. Currently, literally only letting the only the mounted archers that need to level up in the fight. The dudes that have already fully maxed out, leveled up, will not be participating because we don't want them to experience steal. Northern Empire always loses to Khuzait. Not just Northern Empire, Southern Empire, and Sturgia lose to Khuzait simply because Khuzait has mostly mounted armies, and mounted units receive a 20% bonus in auto-calculation battles, in simulation battles. That's why. No need to discuss politics here. Thank you very much. In sieges, they're not as powerful to rank. But I don't... Since... Horse Archer Army is more of a pain to start up, but it's pretty broken in the field once you get it going. That's what I was thinking as well when in Green Bean. That's why I said that I can't make a... You know, I can't state a complete opinion on it until I get it fully going. Okay, so I just need... Holy shit. I just need around 60 more war horses. Ah, the pain. The pain and suffering, I gotta tell ya. Also, these guys still need to level up. They're gonna be in the 3rd division. Is anyone stream quality dipping in, or is it just my internet being stupid? Over on my end, the bitrate is looking pretty stable, boys. It fluctuates, but it usually fluctuates. It looks stable. And because it does so well in the field, you don't have losses that require you to be constantly searching for heroes. Searching for horses, you're correct. They do have very high survivability, which is awesome. Especially since medicine is not really providing you with a lot of benefits. It's a good survivable, reliable unit. Although I did lose a few against Sea Raiders, and it hurt my soul, god damn it. I cried a bit. I cried. Definitely takes a bit more time to max them out, but when you have them maxed, you can easily beat armies, and you found them really good in sieges too. How do you use them in sieges, Crow writes? Do you send them on the ladder, and do they just keep on shooting the enemy while they're walking towards it, or how do you effectively use them in sieges? Because I heard mixed information. People have been saying that Khuzait is not doing so hot in sieges with their armies, so I'm receiving mixed signals. Would love a more in-depth opinion. Thank you very much. Getting some work? Thanks, boys. Wish you a wonderful night, evening, day, wherever you are, and a wonderful weekend coming up. Peace. Thanks for dropping by. You think you should use Noldor tactics? Let them melt the first wave? But yeah, most likely you will have to modify your tactics depending on who you're fighting against, which is perfectly normal. Not Grunt, thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point 10. Let's see, what do we got here? A Battanian War Mount. And that's it. We're going to go eastwards. Thanks for the 50 bits. Let's go to Epicroti. Slowly making our way eastwards. That 19 looters. Sure, 19 looters will give us some XP. Just auto-cal sieges with cavalry. Azirok, do you happen to know if the 20% bonus to cavalry also applies in a siege environment, also applies in a auto-cal siege? Because if it does, that is broken and needs to be changed. Yunoyan, welcome to the end. Khuzait are not good against sieges compared to other kingdoms, but you're fighting against militia, so... Yes, if the fief doesn't have a army occupying it, and you just fight militia, then it kind of doesn't matter who you're up against. They did... Okay, in the latest patch, in 1.4.2, they did buff up the Caravan Guards and the armed traders. I'm curious to see if they're going to buff up the militia soldiers as well. That would be interesting to find out. But again, only time will tell. Also, another thing that I've noticed, horse archers suck major dick in a village environment. Holy crap, are they bad in a village environment. The AI can't do it. Can't do it. They're dum-dums. I actually lost horse archers against looters in village scenes. Simply because they got bogged down, they got stuck on a rock or stuck on a house. Case in point. And they just got rushed and overwhelmed by a mob of looters. There we go. Ah, missed. Damn, it's fine. Let's see. Yes, they did, and yes, they are. Okay, so they do have the bonus. Always try to water down losses in sieges by pulling a large army right outside the cities. I agree. I agree with me, Greenbean. Usually, before you siege a location, it's a good idea to break all of their forces on the field of battle. Break all of their armies. Once you know that the reinforcements are not coming, then you can safely take your time and siege the buck out of a location. That was one of the tactics that I employed in Pendor, for example, in Prophecy of Pendor. The only time I like these village battles are the ones where I'm kind of RPing, having a little bit of good group. True, yes, and they also work wonders when you simply have foot soldier based army. Just position them someplace flat in the village environment because village militia always charge you. True, reverse cross. It is an option for me to simply tell them to not charge and just hold position and kill the enemy. Or I could just tell them to dismount and use them as foot archers. That's also an option. Way ahead of you, Green Bean. Way ahead of you. Hex again. Welcome back to the end, dude. What's up? Okay. Oh, I lost my target. That's why That's why the party stopped. We're going to go to Epicrote. There's a 1,000 soldier army. 1,000 battalion army just chilling the fuck out. That is some insane stuff. Seems somebody gained a perk somewhere. Let's see. There we go. Seems my smithy boy. Okay, he's gonna get spare arrows. Horse wall on the hill just in case wolf bode. Yes, indeed. Indeed, that is a good strategy. Horse wall on a hill in case of a wolf bode. What's Yana's gear? What's Yana's gear? Well, she gave me the Eastern Lamellar armor, the Lamellar shoulders, and that's it. Oh, and she gave me the studded steppe barding for practically the horse armor. And she got to keep the headpiece, the studded leather vambraces, and the boots, because I had better. Also, she got to keep the weapons, because I didn't really want her weapons. Man, I need to give her tournament arrows. Just so she can get some more prisoners here and there. Not too much, but just a little bit. If those mountain bandits get on the battle, that'd be great. Yeah, they did. Or at least some of them. Some extra experience won't hurt. Won't hurt nobody. I kind of wanted those 11 bandits to also join, but it's fine. Hey, Demonius. Welcome back to D&D, dude. How you doing? How are you? Oh, that's way shit. Everyone. Get off your horses. Everyone form a loose formation right here. Actually, go even further forward a bit. That is not necessarily a loose formation, mates. But you know what? Sure, a line. What the f... Khuzite heavy horse archer died. Damn! A Khuzite heavy horse archer literally just died in front of me. My soul. There we go. Yes, village battles suck major PP with my current army. Crying over dead soldiers, Demonius. You're still mad that they changed the Beni Zilal units? How did they change them? Curve writes. Yep, we lost one of my high-tier heavy horse archers. That moment when you're spending most of your playthrough just training up the boys, and a goddamn stupid looter or mountain bandit kills them. Well, the idea is our army's not going to remain... Well, actually, no. Our army will remain pure, especially if we're going to be fighting against Khuzait, because we're simply going to be replenishing our numbers from their army. From OP horse archers to a polearm and throwables? Ooh, that's a big nerf. That's a big nerf, mate. I'm sorry to hear that. Now I want revenge. I want revenge on the 11 mountain bandits. Revenge will be mine. Mine, I say. And we're going to be on a beautiful, clear, flat terrain battle, which is the best for a horse archer army. Archers shit on horse archers? Oh, that's going to be fun. I can't wait to go through that. Asteroid feels softer than Khuzait, but faster to get on a horse archer unit. But that's my experience. Not sure if it's factual. Sorry, Balban. Okay, a brigand managed to bring a Khuzite raider down. I disagree, Balban, but if you stated the following, then I agree. So what you're saying is that Aserai is softer than Khuzite, but faster to get to horse archer units. That is incorrect. They might feel softer, but Khuzait gets to a horse archer unit from tier 2, while Aserai gets to a horse archer unit from tier 4. Let me show you. There's a chance that some spawn with bows, but then no one's the chance? Ah, okay. So, you can't really rely on chances. You want to be efficient and pragmatic with your armies. Let me show you why the Khuzait horse archers are simply superior to Aserai. Because I tested both of them out. So, Khuzait and Aserai soldiers. Mameluke. You get the Aserai recruit. The Aserai recruit becomes a shielded infantryman, then becomes a melee light cavalry. The melee light cavalry does not have a ranged weapon, and only afterwards, at tier 4, they become a horse archer. So, practically their survivability until here is pretty terrible. While for Khuzait, you have the tier 1 recruit, and then from tier 2, bam! Horse archer with a bow and arrow, fast, high survivability. They're not going to be getting themselves killed right off the bat. Much easier to spam, much easier to keep safe, much easier to gain experience on. So, Balban, I have to disagree. Ba-bum. You've joined Aserai as a vassal, but you lose every big battle versus Vlandia. You're doing something wrong, or Vlandia are better early game. What are the army compositions, Sith Lord? What's your army composition? What are your allied lords' army compositions? And what's Vlandia using? And then we'll be able to talk. Thanks for the correction. I like to play horse archer armies, and we'll try to spend more time on Khuzait lands. Sure, Balban. They're easily spammable. Vlandians are OP. So Vlandians are OP from two perspectives. Even though they have a slow fire rate, their crossbowmen are incredibly accurate and incredibly deadly. So if they mass utilize crossbowmen, you're going to have a bad time against them. And their cavalry, of course, which is their noble unit, is supposed to be quite powerful. They also have a decent anti-cavalry soldier with their sergeants. So, Vlandia is very powerful against other cavalry-oriented and heavily armored armies. So most likely they have the best results against Aserai and Empire. So Vlandia kind of directly counteracts Aserai and Empire. When it comes to Khuzait, I feel like Khuzait is fast enough to keep itself safe. Not exactly sure how crossbows do against mounted archers. I have no idea right now. Need to see. I know that we're losing battles where we have 600 troops versus 500 troops. Vlandia, West Empire, and Khuzait are always the big three in your game. In my game, Vlandia and Khuzait, sometimes Botania, sometimes Aserai, rarely, and sometimes Southern Empire. Rarely Northern Empire, Western Empire, and Sturgia. Rarely. I think the biggest difference is that Tier 2 Horse Archers make it the sustainability of the Horse Archer army. The Tier 2 Horse Archer can't hit anything, but they meld safely into the army strategy after a couple of rounds with looters. Indeed they do. They just keep themselves safe. Even if they don't hit shit, they survive. And they keep themselves safe. They have a chance of hitting something. In your experience, Vlandian Knights died to Khuzait Horse Archers. Exactly, Kroof writes. Vlandian Knights are most likely too slow for Khuzait Archers, and they just fall down. Or they get their horses killed simply from the sheer amount of arrow fire that's coming their way. Vlandia is like Swadia and early Mountain Blade. Exactly, Hexagon. Vlandia is practically a combination of Swadia and Rodox. Oh no, I was talking about both. When it comes to the big three players in a game, yes, I was talking about AutoCal, AI versus AI, but no, what Mean Green Bean was talking, I was referring to actual battle. I'm not sure, Sith Lord, are you referring to auto battles or field battles? Because I can recover very fast after losing big battles because of these tier 2 horses. Yes, they can. And Tier 2 horse. That means he receives a 20% bonus in simulations. Done. Automatically have a bonus. Funnily enough, Crusade horse archers die most easily against Crusade lancers. Really? Probably because the Crusade lancers are particularly fast, Crowf writes. For siege units, what's a good option for cavalry units that do well there? I'd like to be able to build a jack-of-all-trades army, good on both field, hideout, and siege battles. Hello, Vespid. Welcome back to the end, my man. How you doing? Balbin, for siege, when it comes to cavalry, I guess anything that has a fast weapon and a lot of armor should do the trick. I think that should be the way to go with that. Let's see if the tournament will provide us with a good reward. Ildist, thank you for becoming a follower, my man. Welcome to Point In. I mean, it's still early game. I'm a clan level 2, don't have so many troops, and in the battle, the AI controls the troops because you have joined a big army to help them. Well, you can always just coordinate with the AI, see what they do, and cover their flanks or problems. I don't want the Imperial Lance. I'm gonna forfeit. Everything's okay? Yeah, everything's okay with me. Felt a little bit tired yesterday, so I didn't stream yesterday, but I'm back on the horse today. All's good. Don't want good siege. Go Con Guard as Crusade, good siege unit. Practically the Con Guard and Fian champions are hands down the strongest units in the game currently. Just how the dynamic of the game works. They're the most powerful motherbuckers out there. I haven't seen a fight between Fian champions and Con Guard, but I would expect on the field Con Guard should win, and in a siege the Fian should win. I have no idea. Also, apparently crossbows are particularly good in sieges because of their high accuracy. Haven't seen it, but I imagine Crusade Lancers are great at preventing horse archers from getting into a good death circle. I think so, yeah. Lighter, faster units. Any good female lord out of those new 160 plus that were added in the latest patch? To be honest, Crowf writes, I don't know. I've noticed that any female lord will do as long as she has a good balance, a good age, you know, to provide you with children, and a good balance of skills. The gear on her is a little bit less important, simply because armor is less important in the game, as in it's weaker. Sturgeon, Hunter, War. Oh, actually, quite a few war mounts. I'm gonna have to pay a little bit for them, but still. Hey, Jacob, welcome back to the end, man. What's up? Don't get it how we're losing when we have always 100 or 150 more troops with us. The first battle I had top tier units from other factions, but still we lost. Got 2 times captured. I told you, Sith Lord, it's the anti-cavalry capability of the Vlandians, their powerful cavalry offensively, and crossbows. All around, Vlandia is a powerful faction. Con Guard are hard to come by. When I play vanilla no mods, I do try to seek them. If not bleeding food, gold, and influence. Yes, we're also going to be trying to seek them out. We're going to try to hunt them down if we can. That's why we plan on going into the Kuzai territories to destroy all of the hideouts, just so we can increase our relations with villages and hopefully getting to the good shit. Also, that's why we're working for the Disciplinarian. For the Disciplinarian perk to gain a new source of noble units. Aserai, I feel like Aserai has a hit and run type of army. They're less armored, but they're faster, they're more mobile. I think that is how they should go. At least in my opinion. Their master archers apparently are pretty powerful, though. Crusade are Mongols, what's Vlandia? If Crusade are Mongols, Vlandia would be British. Although, since they're a combination of Swadia and Rhodoks, they should be British with Italian. So, practically, those two influence. Anglo-Saxon Norman people? Yeah, around the ballpark, sure. Am I a merc or a vassal for Britannia? No. No, I'm not. I simply have a green flag. I'm not affiliated with any of the major factions yet. I plan on joining one of Kuzait's enemies, though. Two Landian coursers, a steppe horse, and 4 Imperial Chargers. Perfect. Don't join the Northern Empire. Why? Why shouldn't I join the Northern Empire? It's actually a good idea to join an underdog to help them cull the enemy as much as possible. The asteroid problem in my game is that their units are mostly low tier. That's why they lose, even though they have potential. Most likely that's the case, mate. Let's go to General Coast. Maybe we can find more horses there. They're too lightly armored and ill-equipped to face against other mid-tier soldiers. Pardon. Byproducts. Don't join the Northern Empire because you'll lose. Northern Empire never wins versus Kuzait. Look, they're about to lose their second city versus Kuzait. Okay. To be honest, hear me out, Yunoyan. In my playthrough, something weird happened. I'll show you. In my playthrough, at the beginning, Amprella and Makeb were in the hands of the Northern Empire. But then Kuzait just regrouped and attacked back, took back Makeb, took back Amprella, and took Sironia from Southern Empire, and now they're going to be taking Mysia. I do want to join a Northern Empire just to try to push these guys back a little, because they're getting in there, and that's going to be a problem later on. I mean, worst case scenario, we're just going to leave the faction. You hope in the future they'll add alliances? I hope in the future they're simply going to rework and add a proper diplomacy system where the AI needs to think before it goes to war. Because currently, a lot of factions are just pure warmongers. It's like a Civilizations game where everybody wants to kill everybody. If he joins the Northern, he can single-handedly win with the Horse Archer army. Pretty much, Kurf writes. As long as I meet them on the field. You have to play to an army's strength. Does rock, paper, scissors apply to a certain style of enemy? Well, old git. Polearm soldiers are good anti-cavalry. Heavy cavalry is good against charging archer lines. But how the game is balanced currently, archer lines can just decimate anything before they reach them. It's a little bit complicated. There is supposed to be a rock, paper, scissors implemented within the game, but it's currently not well balanced. Mounted archers should be very good against heavily armored cavalry, while light cavalry should be able to take out mounted archers. Infantry should be just very... Shielded infantry should be good at stopping archer fire, while shock soldiers like Falksmen are capable of just running enemies down and decimating infantry. Frankly, they're a dedicated anti-infantry line. So, yeah, I guess you can come up with strategies here and there. Once Northern Empire took Chaikand earlier, but later on they started losing everything. Okay. We'll have to choose our fights carefully against Kuzait, and if we manage to choose our fights carefully, we should be able to push them back. In theory. Do the minor factions basically work like they do in Prophecy of Pendor? The minor factions do mercenary work, but they don't spawn with giant armies, like in Prophecy of Pendor, Last Mutiny. They're practically a clan that offers its services to major factions, and are just a nuisance to some. Sergeant Hunter, Imperial Charger, good. How are we looking? Can level up 37. Not bad. You saw a post somewhere about a Tetsudo-style shield wall, but pretty sure it was a mod, not a part of the base game. You may be wrong. Yes, it's a mod. Old Git. The closest thing you can get to a Tetsudo-style shield wall would be a square formation. In this one. Let's go east. The ebb and flow of war. The Empire, north, south, and west losses a lot of my playthrough as well, but they're a good choice as baby's first kingdom. Yes. All around, I consider the Empire to be the jack of all trades, master of none, and the Empire has the most armor in the game. They're the most heavily armored soldiers in the game, so they're a very, very good choice for a well-rounded army or a archer-focused army. Get the Pugio from the shop. Could you please explain why, Yunoyan? Why should I get a Pugio from the shop? Manufacturers are like roaming merc companies from POP. Pretty much. Empire Legionnaires are Pog. Empire Legionnaires are the tanks. If you want a shield wall, you get Empire Legionnaires. Sometimes other Empire loses because Regia has just stupid policy. When you lose influence and her lords rebel and go to Western Empire, start fighting there. Oh, okay. Sounds horrible. Melt them. They cost 300 and you get so much mats. Oh, from Pugio? Okay. Let me check it. Check that shit out, mate. So this little thing. The Pugio. Curious. But in the current state of the game, I don't really want to spec further into smithing. There's no need for me to go further down the smithy line. Let's see, more horses for the horse god. But just for curiosity's sake, I'll check it out. Holy shit. Oh, that is stupid. Holy shit, that's stupid. Why don't you give me half a Damascus steel, why don't you? Wow, Yunoyan. You sick son of a bitch. You did it, you crazy son of a bitch. You broke the game. I mean, well, smithing was already broken to hell. But now, the Pugio glitch. Probably, you don't pronounce it as Pugio. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that. Some throwing daggers also give ridiculous amounts of material. Okay. I'll, keep an eye out. Who knows? Maybe we're going to be... I wonder if one of these will give me the same amount. Highlander throwing, Western throwing knives, Imperial broad-bladed throwing knives. Don't see any Southern stuff. Also, do we have tournament arrows here? Great. This needs to go to Yana. I kept forgetting to give her the arrows, so now she finally has it. Congratulations, Yana. You became a manhunter. By the way, guys, do Vlandian crossbowmen still do blunt damage with their weaponry? With their bolts? Do Vlandian crossbowmen still have blunt bolts? Because that was a thing way back. You joined late in the stream. Did you complete the banner quest? No. No, I did not complete the banner quest. I'm currently at a stage in the quest where I need to talk with either Istiana or Arzagos. Most likely I'm going to be discussing with them after I gain the disciplinarian perk and leadership. Southern throwing daggers are from Britannia. Okay. Poogie is from the Empire. Get it. Thank you. Okay, let's keep going eastwards. Let's go to Makeb. I'm going to keep an eye on some of these small little armies that we want to take out. I'm going to keep on buying horses. Keep on leveling the boys up. Nope. You can only get these types of weapons from cities with a blacksmith. If you're playing without the stamina mod and doing smithing, this is needed. Oh, no, I have stamina. I'm modless. I don't play with mods because I really want to learn the base game as much as possible. As in-depth as possible. First. Yes, we do, Crow Frights. It's a button, create faction in the Kingdom tab. Or in the Clan tab. I think it's in the Clan tab. There we go. Yeah, Clan tab. Thank you, Crow Frights. The conditions are simply to have Clan Tier 4 and a owned fief. Lame. And they're already down. Another enemy over there, but they should be able to take it out. Or I'm gonna get him a son of a bitch. Okay. Goddamn Pugios, man. Or Pugios. No clue. No clue whatsoever how to pronounce that shit. Let's see some level ups. Oh, no. No. Revert. I want both of them to level up first. All three of these guys as well. Gotta level up in bulk. It's just more efficient. Now, to Makeb we go. And we're gonna seek out all of the hideouts of the land and destroy them. Preferably. Astragoth gives you a normal faction, but we'll have to war all the Empire factions. Istiana will give you an Empire and war with non-factions. With non-Empire factions. Okay, get it. Probably I'm not going to go with either option, but I just want to see what they talk about. Should be relieved that it was annoying to go through the same routine quest over and over. It takes too much time tracking down rulers and faction leaders. You passively find them while roaming the land and, you know, trading if you go for trade. If you go for a trade routes. Now I just want to go to the trade screen, not the forge screen. Sorry. There we go. What do we got here? Cancel those. Asarai. It's so expensive. 1,800 for a stupid horse. Fine. Give it to me. What's the best character culture to take, in my opinion? Vlandian. Well, yes. Yes, I'm going to go Vlandian simply because you receive a passive bonus to experience for your soldiers. The current problem of the game is that it's a little bit on the slow side to level up armies properly. And because of that, I feel like Vlandian is the best course of action. Vlandian is the best. Some people may argue that Kuzait... Well, okay, so out of all of them, the ones that are good are Vlandian, Kuzait, and Empire. Oh, sorry, no. Vlandian, Aserai, and Empire. Vlandian, Aserai, and Empire. But simply the most OP one is Vlandian. Because the current problem of the game is that you can't train up armies properly. Let's talk about each one in particular. Aserai. You receive a discount on trading and on caravans. Caravans have been nerfed. Yes, they do, Crow Frights. They have been implemented and they work in the game. Now, caravan profits have been nerfed in the latest patches. And once you have workshops, your finances will snowball out of control anyway. So you really don't have to worry about that caravan perk. Also, it falls off late game, because late game you're not going to be relying, and at kind of any point you're not going to be relying on caravans to do your bidding. There's a hidden stat of 25% for workshops as well. Still not enough, Hexagon. Still not enough. Your finances snowball out of control anyway. Money, it does not be... Also, you make a shit ton of money from the battles themselves late in the game. So in the grand scheme of things, the passive Aserai culture is just a early game economic boost to get you faster to the late game. If you're the type of dude that doesn't want to stay in the early game that much, then yeah, sure, grab Aserai. It's going to hurry you along to the late game. Of course, all cultures are viable to utilize if you're not interested about min-maxing, and if you're just interested about role-playing and enjoying the game. So my god, please don't stay away from Aserai if you want to roleplay Aserai culture. Okay? All's good, boys. All's good. Now, next one. Let's talk about Sturgia. You receive bonus movement speed on snow, right? You not get affected by snow terrain that much. Come on. Come on. That's... RPing is the only thing you do in this game? Good for you, Curve Rights. And I'm sure that you're enjoying the game to the max. But yeah, it's bad. Practically it's situational. So as a Sturgian, it gives you an advantage if you plan on making a faction in the north. And it gives you advantage during wintertime. Very situational, not reliable. They are going to change, but these are the current culture bonuses that we can talk about. We don't know to what they're going to change them to. I'm pretty sure that a lot of things will change on release date, but those are the current ones that we need to talk about. You like Aserai when you play Merchant, Master, Smith, Ruler? Vlandian as a bandit or warlord. It's definitely fun to try out RPing in this game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Balban. I do not deny it. It's very fun to RP in this one. It's up there. Now, so again, very situational and only can be used in the northern part of the map. Bad. We'll leave the Vlandian passive at the end, because that's the most powerful one. And not really much to talk about. Botania provides you with a bonus movement speed for forests, right? Now that is slightly good, because a lot of the world is covered in forests. But you will not want to fight in a forest. I mean, I don't know. Were you guys ever in a situation where you couldn't catch somebody? Or you couldn't escape an army? Or stuff like that? And then you walked in the forest because you were a battalion and you managed to get away safely. I guess Botania would be good if you want to RP as a bandit or a warlord. Not as a Vlandian. It's probably good to have a small little compact army where you just zip through the forests and do guerrilla warfare against the enemy. I guess that could work. For example, baiting a Vlandian army inside a forest is a good idea. Yeah, it's still a... Sadly, it's still a underwhelming cultural bonus, so I recommend against it. Now, if it, let's say, provided a 20% damage bonus to two-handed weapons, or a 10% attack speed bonus to two-handed weapons, now that would have been the good shit. That would be cool. Hey, Chocolate Rain, haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back to the inn. You learned about Bannerlord but kind of afraid to play it because you might get disappointed. Last time you started Warband PvP instead. My dude, if you like the you know, vanilla version, then yes, play Bannerlord. If you like if you like Warband vanilla, you'll like Bannerlord because it's practically Warband with better graphics and a working economy. So you have literally nothing to lose by playing it. It does surpass Warband in its current state of the game. Battalion is good when they want to play as Robin Hood and raid villages. Yeah, exactly. Good. Everyone hold your fire. Everyone move forward. You should, Chocolate Rain. You should get into it. Especially since you bought it. It would be a shame to not play it. It's quite enjoyable. Surge is a little bit better than Battalion culture. I disagree. Zibby. The Battalion passive you can use for the all around the year. The Surgeon only goes well in either the northern part of the map or in the winter. So very situational. Get a blunt weapon to recruit Steppe Bandits, turn Crusade noble troops. Someday. Not yet though. Son of a bitch. Probably gonna need to retreat. Oh yeah, totally useful in the desert. None of them are useful in the desert. And there I go! Son of a bitch. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you keep cheering, mate. That should be that's definitely a bug. There's a Con Guard boss unit there? Fine, I don't really care. Yeah, there's a Con Guard boss there. I know that there's a dude with a Romphalia, but who gives a shit? I'm just gonna deal with him. Okay, so we're gonna be leaving, and we're gonna re-engage this location. Sadly, there's a lot of wounded there that are gonna heal up, but we should be fine. Okay, what others? Oh yeah, the Empire cultural passive. Now, the Empire culture is interesting in the way that it improves your siege building capabilities and construction capabilities. It sounds like an amazing passive to have late game. But since siege mechanics are... But the bonus is very, very small. It's very underpowered and not that useful. And I'm just being a bit silly, especially because I already have it. Last time I just didn't want to figure the new stuff out and start a new POP and put 200 hours into it. Sure, Chocolate Right, no problem. If you have any questions for Bannerlord, we're here to help you out. Okay, now, yes, no. We gotta discuss about the Khuzait passive. Because currently, I have a Khuzait character with the Khuzait passive, just for the sake of experimenting. So, as a Khuzait, if you want to focus for a Khuzait army, you are already very powerful. Sorry, no. You're already very fast without the passive. A mounted-only army is already incredibly fast. Adding that extra passive from your culture bonus is nothing. You're already faster than any army on the world map. You no longer need the cultural passive bonus, so it literally becomes a redundant piece of speed. You don't need it. And that's why something else would be much better. Also, if you are not using any cavalry in your army, the Khuzait culture bonus is completely useless to you. Completely. So, yeah. Force Bandit boss doesn't use bow, though. Okay. Right, so, and now we reach the Vlandian passive, where it simply gives you a flat 20% bonus experience to all of your units in battle. 20% bonus gain is just amazing. It's incredibly powerful, reliable, useful from early to late game, especially since there's a slight problem with leveling up soldiers. It's not fast. You really gotta put in the effort to level up the boys. It is the most reliable and most useful all around. So that's it. That's it. That's going to be the discussion on the cultures. Yes, Raise the Meek was fixed. But it's still pretty weak. And a Crusade Heavy Horse Archer died. Yay. Awesome sauce. Ah, one of my highest tier units just died. I think I ran out of boys. No, I still have a Crusade Heavy Horse Archer shooting, that's good. Got him. Come with me, mate. Are you blocked? Okay. It's so good when you want to level noble troops. I'm sure it is. Culture should be reworked, that they will be reworked. Okay, how are we looking? 9 defenders. We gotta retreat. We're gonna retreat and attack again next night. Losing. Each time I lose a high tier soldier that I know that I've invested a horse and a war horse into, fucking hurts, man. Goddamn hurts. Okay, we've killed a few of them, but some of them will heal up. That's why I might bring Yana, all of the companions down. I hope it takes into consideration who comes with you based on where they're positioned in the party. But also having them will secure some undying soldiers in the hideout battles. But they all have tournament arrows, so they're not really that useful. Balban 316 and Paul Charles Atria II. Thank you for becoming a follower. Thank you for becoming followers, guys. Welcome to Hitpoint In. You really like that you need a warhorse for the cavalry upgrades? Hey, Shady Mike, welcome back to the end. I like it, but it hurts my soul when my soldier die and I lose a high investment. An new bonus as possible will be Sturgia, 20% melee, 20% damage to infantry, Battania, 20% damage to foot archers. Wow, Hexagon, that sounds dumb and broken. Practically for Battania, I would just, since they have the dedicated shock soldiers, one of the dedicated shock soldiers, I would just give them attack speed on infantry. Or either Battania or Sturgia should receive attack speed on infantry. As a passive culture bonus, that'd be cool. My choice as always fits my current roleplay. More immersion on the long run. Slayer Peach, go and do exactly that. Please. Always do your choices based on what your aim is for your playthrough. Get as immersed as possible, roleplay, and enjoy the game to your heart's content. It's perfectly fine, and I thoroughly encourage it. I'd love to see some technology upgrades for each faction, sort of an Age of Empire style. So practically like what they've implemented in Nova Ethos, right, Shady Mike? That would be a cool thing to see, yes. Would love to see, as the years go by, to see an improvement in I don't know, weaponry in general, maybe armor upgrades for the factions, add another troop tier beyond what they currently have, maybe probably not implement firearms, but maybe add some crossbow options to the other factions. Currently only Vlantia and Empire have access to crossbows. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think also the mercenary soldiers have crossbows, but I'm not 100% sure. Jack Lorraine, thank you for the 100 bits. Really appreciate it. You like one of them to get a range bonus? Take damage and hit faster. So kind of a berserker perk. Battania would be cool to have a berserker culture mechanic. That'd be nice. Hello, Sherry. Welcome to the inn. That might be a useful chess piece. We're going to try to win this one. Even stuff like better arrows or improved horse armor for a faction that would suit it roleplay-wise. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That would be a cool stuff to implement. There we go. Gonna be eliminating some of these. Okay, let's see priority targets. Bagay. Blue. Bagay needs to go bye-bye. Not sure if that's blue or... No, I'm yellow, so clearly. Ah, they missed. I'll check the chat in a sec. Let me just finish the match. No, that's a Gulam. No, it's not Bagay. I'm not exactly sure how Bagay looks like. And down I go. If Lath the Golden managed to survive... Nope. We lost. We have been disqualified. Well, happens. Let's see. Golden Boar have good crossbows, and their 6th tier have siege crossbow. Is Golden Boar a minor faction, Hexagon? As part of Vlandia? Rage of the North. Nice skill name. Sadly, Botania is not in the north, Shady Mike. This crossbow requires 100 crossbow? Ah, okay. Well, I'm excited for the official release version for Bannerlord. The mods for this game will be awesome. Prophecy of Pinter was a game changer for me. And seeing that with the better graphics and mechanics would be mind-blowing. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. It will be, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while since the community gains access to the modding tools. Hey, little punny. I've just lost the tournament because I'm a little schnitzel puff. That's all. So it's a Vlandian mercenary faction. Got it. Let's see. Gold. Company of the Golden Boar. These guys. Let's see if I can search for Boar. Boar Novice. Boar Veteran. Boar Champion. Crossbow 100. In the skill department. Sadly, I can't check their gear. Let's check Vlandian Crossbowman. And seek out their Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter has 130 into crossbow. Probably a downgrade to the crossbow itself. You got a stack of 10 of those boar dudes, and they always survive. Even fights I do 2 to 1 unnumbered. The champions are amazing. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. I wonder why they have such high survivability. Because by the look of... Okay, they do have chainmail. I guess. Level 21. That means they're tier 5? No, tier 4. Interesting. Okay, they're also cheap. They use their shields? Well, I think any unit would use their shields. Are there any horses here? No. So practically the Lord of the Rings mods. You know there are 3 Lord of the Rings mods in the making, right? I swear. I swear, officer. Some people. Byproducts. 1-step warhorse. $762. Okay. Hey, 23 looters. That's gonna come in handy. It's gonna level up some of the boys. Boar is just a name, right? Yes. You ever play one of the Lord of the Rings mods and the Witcher mod? Oh, of course, they're gonna be bringing out a Witcher mod as well. Yep, 3 in the making. Why they don't work together to create the ultimate Lord of the Rings experience, I have no fucking clue. But probably they have different visions on how it should be made, and thus they do not wish to cooperate.
Mounted archer, take charge! Mounted archer, moving!
There we go. You're personally waiting for a Warhammer 40k mod? Personally waiting for a Warhammer Fantasy mod, not a 40k mod. 40k sounds... unsuited for the current state of the game, I would say. Also game type. Seems these dudes Baroque. Beautiful. Also, even though throwing weapons are very, very satisfying, I don't recommend speccing into throwing weapons, even if you're on foot, even if you're on horseback, unless you want to roleplay with it. Don't go with throwing weapons because they're very hard to level up simply from the fact that there's not a lot of ammo to work with. Even if you, let's say, hit all 4 of your weapons, you're probably not going to be getting enough experience to even get half of the skill point required to upgrade throwing weapons. So, I'm sorry, they're not viable. Stay away from them. Satisfying as hell when you hit somebody in the chest with it, but very unreliable to level up on. So again, unless you roleplay. Now let's give the hideout another shot. Wait until nightfall. Attack. Which culture would be orcs? Sturgians? Balban. With a overhaul mod, they would simply create the factions from scratch. They wouldn't base them on already existing factions in Bannerlord. If all of the factions would be human-like, probably Sturgia would be Kislev, I would say. Yes, yes. They would definitely remake everything. Open fire. Bring them in. I'm going to try to tank. Oh, you can't see the enemy yet. Further. Further in. Ah, they're finally coming in. Ah, son of a bitch. Already 23 damage. Hey, they already... Wow, they're killing it. Incredibly dangerous. Oh, wow, they killed my wife. And down I go. Ah, Steppe Bandits are a horror show. And I lost a Crusade Horse Archer again. Not a reliable tactic. Not a reliable tactic with the current soldiers that I have. You just want to entertain some fun comparisons? Yeah, no problem, man. There'll be a Warhammer mod, but focus on the human wars, and Sergio will be Norska with human Chaos Warriors. I mean, that can work. Yeah, Archer Bandits and just Steppe Bandits are pretty tough. So we lost another Heavy Horse Archer, and they should be dead. I think I have a plan. First of all, we're going to go back to Baltican to lick our wounds. Heal up. At least Castor is using his medicine skills. No, Hexagon. Another plan. We're going to utilize our companions as a shield wall. Should be enough. I don't need Crusade foot soldiers. Just need my companions to not shoot and just hold their shields up to tank stuff. They should be just fine. Hello, King's Master. Welcome to the inn. I'm sorry, which 5 you playing on? Could you please explain what that means? which version am I playing on, please read the stream title. It will state that there. If that's what you were asking. Also, you wrote which wrong. We exited Baltic too early. We hear some more. Good. Your game's crashing. Does anyone have this issue? Where is it crashing, BF? Okay, your game keeps crashing. Where is it crashing? What are you doing that's causing the crash? Or is it completely random? Do you see a pattern to the situation? Also, Slayer Peach, thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point 10. And yes, if you're on the latest version, as in 1.4.1 or 1.4.2, and you have mods, it might be a good idea to turn them off. 8, 6, 2, 16. 16 dudes. Okay, let's check the boys. And tell them to perform in a certain way. Okay. Before we gain the attention of the enemy, what do I got? 3 and 4. 3. Here. 4. Here. Ah, I see. Okay, so I got some Kuzite Raiders here. Yana, Dural. So they do keep their divisions from outside. No, Spicy Nandos, it's not funny. It stopped being funny from the 3rd day when you started stating that you're fat and slim and fat and slim. Can you please stop, Spicy Nandos? I mean, if you don't have anything interesting to say, just don't say it at all. When you're accusing kingdom, discussing? I'm sorry, when you discuss with a kingdom? Okay, formation, shield wall. Let's see, do you guys have shields? No, you do not. Literally Castor and Durald with the shield. Okay, everyone, don't hold your fire. And let's see if we can slowly bait the enemy towards us. Don't bring the attention of all of them. Just slowly break them. Also, the range advantage might come in handy. Gonna try to slowly bring them towards us. We're not gonna march too forward. Something like this should be fine, because we don't know where those dudes are positioned and how many of them are high-level dudes. Ah, they're gonna be too close there, but sure. I mean, we gotta make some things happen. Seeing some enemies up there as well. Yeah, and they should get the attention of them now. Okay, my boys clearly have problems. There it is. Shoot at me, please. Shoot at me. Witness me. Ah, okay, he's witnessing me. Got it. Did you kill him? Attacking it, boys. Please. Help me out here. Are we getting overwhelmed from the left as well? No, not yet. Good job. A few more of those, please. Beautiful. Yeah, we got him in a clear shot for the boys. Okay, reload. Ah, they're alternating fire. I can't get a good chance to shoot them. Good. Bring the boys forward. Ah, man, I missed. Good, 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 good. How many? 8 more enemies. Everybody seems to be alive. Okay, it's like Forest Bandits, but worse? A bit. First time I was running mods, I thought some mods crashing the game, then I disabled all mods, launched the game, crashed again. Uninstall and reinstall the game, BF. Just uninstall and reinstall the game completely. What do you think the best weapons in the game is? Depend on the soldier that you're going for. But currently the stats for the weapons are quite neglectable, so... Also face enemy, good. For example, the noble bow is the best bow. The cataphract lance is the best two-handed polearm from a horseback. Stuff like that. The thing is, the weapons are a little bit too similar to each other, so you can't really find, okay, you can't really say, okay, this is the best weapon in the game. But people do say that the Ronfalia is very, very powerful. They really like that one, and they keep on nagging me to get a Ronfalia, so try Ronfalia, Kingmaster. Is it true that troops enter into hideouts in the order top to bottom slot in your warband list? I've already verified. I already verified that. Oh, in warband, yes. In Bannerlord, no. I already tested that out. I set my companions to be the last in the list, and they still came to the hideout. But as I understand, it prioritized in warband from top to bottom. There is a possibility that it might prioritize archers as sorry, not archers, companions as well. Oh no, you motherfucker! Killing my boys, man. Killing my goddamn boys. Okay, that's another dude that bites the dust. 3 more. Get a sword staff and get the best ragdoll weapon. Yeah, some people did state that the sword staff is incredible. Simply because you can swing it in a quite good fashion. Damn! Thank you. Okay. 2 more enemies. Thanks, I didn't put horsemen at the top of my list for no real reason, but used to lose them more often than not in the hideouts, so I was thinking of putting them down to the bottom. Yes, try to go for a mix of, if you're going to be going against a hideout, just put in some infantry and some archers in the top, and you should be fine. You guys see the enemy? Oh, I see the enemy. Charge in, charge in, charge in. Oh, of course, a fucking bug. While trying to go up the stairs. What? I can't go up the stairs. Oh, I can't go up the stairs while blocking. Good. Hey, Easy Pan Man. Trying to survive the hideout fights. And not to get my boys killed. Nick's Newts, welcome to the inn. Your shield has so many arrows? Yes. Yes, it does. Oh, well, that's bad. That is very bad. Yes, we're running. I did not know that you cannot block with a throwing weapon. You cannot block with a throwing weapon, which is horrible. Thank you, Easy Pan Man. Somebody rated the channel, and I think a lot of people decided to stay a bit, which I really appreciate. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It's no big deal. We can just attack again next night. We're just going to have to face all of the dudes that are going to be healing up over the day. Hey, so once, welcome back to the end, man. What's up? Also, both of them leveled up now, so I can clearly level them up. Which is nice. Player NOO. Or Player N00. Thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point Inn. I'm going to go to Balticand and heal up a bit. Hello, Fear Dept. Or Fear Department. Welcome to the inn. I thought troops dispersed if you lose versus a hideout. Did that change? It dispersed in Warband. they don't disperse in Bannerlord. You have another chance to attack next evening. At Memento Mori, thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point In. Never have in my life watched someone stream so long. Keep this good work, my friend. I like it. Sure, Sith Lord. Thank you. For your department, thank you for becoming a follower. Welcome to Hit Point In. Just one more night. Most likely their soldiers healed up as well, but it should be K. Also, what do you mean that you never... Wait. Oh, you've never in your life watched someone stream so long. Oh, well, I'm honored. Thank you for the compliment, Sith Lord. I misunderstood. I thought you stated something like that I stream a lot. I don't. It's actually just 3 hours a day. Hey, King Master, thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point In. Hey, Sincere. Welcome back. What's up? Alright, let's attack. We're facing against... Okay, 5, 4, 11 this time around. Yes, you were most likely gifted a sub, Sincere. LegoDust316, thank you for becoming a follower. Welcome to Hit Point In. Wow, people are going to be doing that all day today. I think it was, who gifted the sub? Forgot it. Oh, Naruto, yes. Naruto Fire Breath gifted you the sub. So make sure to thank him when he drops by. Want to watch someone stream? I stay like 20 to 30 minutes max, but in yours, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Thanks, Sith Lord. I'm glad to hear that I'm entertaining enough for you to stick around. Hey, Cormac. Welcome back to me, dude. How you doing, dude? What's up? Suppish. Also, probably keeping a melee weapon is the way to go. Playing a Clash of Kings, ate the shroom and you lost 1 strength and 1 agility. Don't eat the shroom, man. Don't eat the goddamn shroom. It's not the good kind of shroom. Doing fine, Cormac. Enjoying the new patch for Bannerlord 1.4.2. They reworked they added secondary effects to the two-handed perks, and they reworked the polearms. So we got that going for us, which is nice. You're frying some steak? Thank you, Cormac. Wish you a wonderful dinner. You son of a bitch. Okay. At least the Kuzait horse archer fell unconscious and didn't die right off the bat. That's good. I should get a glaive. Can glaives be utilized with a shield? Because currently I am very reliant on this shield. But yeah, I should get a glaive for my horseback combat. What changed with the patch? Minor UI changes to the clan panel. They've fixed some charm, leadership, and trade perks. Also removed a bug from the smithing perks. Buffed up Caravan Guards, just so that caravans are not as vulnerable anymore. And, as I said, added secondary effects to the two-handed perks and reworked the polearm perks. That's it. By the way, in your opinion, how much time would it take for the game to go full release? I would say a year and a half. Yeah, another 12 months. Around that ballpark. They still need to give this game a lot of love. Okay, let's keep moving. I need to remember to switch my weapon in the fight against the leader. Just keep the dudes following me. Okay, I was pushed. Got him. Please shoot him down. He's right there. Mates, shoot him. Oh my god, and he's going through my shield. Son of a... Shoot him! Thank you! Jesus Christ. You love the music? I mean, it's literally the same music from the game. No change. Pigeon be pigeon. Thank you for becoming a follower, my dude. Welcome to Hit Point In. Hope all of the new followers and everyone have a relaxing time over here. Then it's going to be 12 months after that for all the epic mods to come out? Probably. Probably so. Just charge, you dumb schnitzel puffs. Don't get yourselves killed. Good job. God damn, that's like automated fire. That's awesome. Why are you doing so much hideouts? This is literally the only hideout that I haven't destroyed yet, Sumsir. This is the first hideout that I'm trying to go for. But I'm trying to increase my relations with all the villages around the Khuzite territories so I can gain access to the noble recruits, the Caravan Guard. Do you think that will buff Sturgia? I think they will modify the way simulations work. I don't think they're going to be adding anything extra to Sturgia's current roster. Maybe an extra infantryman. Yeah, an extra powerful infantryman would be cool. The Ban Insane, welcome to the end. Could you have a comprehensive, thought-out list of things missing in the game for it to be a complete game? Oh boy, that's a tough question. Yeah, I'll think in a second about that. Take the time to make that list. Yes, I'll think a bit. Forgot to ask, you had a workshop in Lagetta, and when you were in a war with the Empire, somehow you lost your workshop in that town. How is that possible? They closed down your shop, Sith Lord. They just closed it down. You'll have to go and buy another one. Hello, Olaf. Gutted that you still can't reload a crossbow on a horse. Having to ride, dismount, reload, mount, and remember not to accidentally shoot your horse. Yeah, the perk that allows you to utilize your crossbow on horseback still doesn't work, and it hurts the goddamn soul. There we go. Got him. This location has been finally destroyed. They add 10 to 20% auto-cal across the board in all units. Yes, they plan on doing that. Hopefully they're not going to be keeping the advantage to the cavalry. Now, things that are missing. A diplomacy screen. A comprehensible... no, revert. A comprehensible working diplomacy screen. Completely goddamn missing. What else? I would love to see special household units. A known lord that utilize a special type of unit. Something that only he utilizes. I don't know, the Battanian Berserker Squad, and he has a contingency of Battanian Berserkers. The King of Battania has Battanian Berserkers. Or something, you know. Something that gives more uniqueness to each, it gives an identity to each lord, to each region. I'd love to see more things to do in the city, more people to meet, a underground criminal system, which they did say that they want to implement. What else? Do I want anything from this pile? I don't. Grab all of that. Relations with notables increased in the nearby villages. Now we would like to go to the south and get more. Also, I need to get myself 8 soldiers, 8 new recruits, which we need to level up. What else? It would be nice if they add voice acting to the game. Yes, more voice acting. Simply better lines, more complete lines. I mean, for fuck's sake, my character currently calls the cavalry infantry or soldiers. The hell? Kings should have royal guards, so when you see them, you're like, oh fuck, time to yeet off. Yes. Or, I don't know, something like the Lord of Baltic Hand has a squad named the Lord's Hand, or something like that. And they're just these big, beefy, super heavily armored Lancer units. Or something. Tepish Castle, a unique unit that specializes in polearms. Specialized anti-cavalry units. Orton Guard. mostly focuses on mounted archers. Something like that would be cool. Okay, not voice acting like in Pendor, something a little bit more on a higher budget, I would say. I think once they complete their ranged and melee skills, they may increase armor effectiveness, which then makes armor reduction stats more effective, and they have suggested armor smithing incoming too. Yes, they did, Olaf, because currently armor is wet tissue paper. I know, Hexagon. I am gonna be traveling to the south, but first I just want to grab some. What's that? A footman? I don't want a footman, sadly. Let's see if I can grab a high tier recruit from Pyam. If not, we're just gonna grab looters. What do we got here? A Kuzite Spearman. So yeah, a Spearman. Something like this, only a special version from Tepesh Castle. On Nexus, there's an Assassin mod. Sure, of course. They could, the game could borrow a lot of features and a lot of systems from the Total War games. But I don't know. Can't specialize units for castle sounds. You start your kingdom at somewhere, so can't give you special units. Sorry. Sure, Mr. Dutt, but it's something that I'd love to see implemented. What's the worst tier 6 unit in the game? I think the Sturgian. Cavalry is the weakest one. Do the quests to get relations? The quests are very hit and miss. They will sometimes increase relations with one dude and decrease with another village, and you kind of don't want that. Those tribal warriors. No, those are not the droids I'm looking for. Kuzite Lancers. I don't think these guys have any nobles whatsoever. I'm gonna deactivate that and move on. Let's go take out those looters. Also, Kuzite Nomads, you're gonna be in the 1st division, so I can train you up properly. Also, 41 dudes ready to level up. That's awesome. Some Asteroid Tier 6 infantry are pretty bad too. Okay, so the maximum infantryman you can get is a tier 5. Tier 6 are noble units. You won't find a common tier soldier as a tier 6 for your department. You were thinking of borrowing from Thief, so more stealth and rogue benefits? Yes, I was kind of adding that to an underworld system, you know, a criminal organization system. That would be cool. Weaponsmithing is broken right now? Oh yes, it's very broken. You make a lot of money with weaponsmithing. Armor smithing seems like something that could be easily added considering weaponsmithing already. Wonder why it isn't in already? I don't know. Simply because it's really not that worth it, Glenn? Maybe that's why. Battanian Folksmen are so bad. They're good in a certain scenario, Reverse Cross. If you manage to get them safely to the enemy lines, they should be able to murder everything. We're going to be testing out shock soldiers extensively in my next playthrough. Non-functional perks scare you a little? It's fine, dude. That's fine. They're eventually going to fix all of them. It always decreases with a less powerful notable. Always? Do you know, Yen? Daughter fighting deserter quests are only positive relations, though. Okay, Slayer Peach, I'll keep an eye out for them. Thank you. So, daughter and deserter quest.
Mounted archer, follow your son. Horseback, move out. Mounted archer, hold. Footman.
And you two just charge in and hope for the best. Hey, hello music, welcome back to the end, dude. Smithing's fixed now. You got to level 260 today. Armor would have been nice, and making bows, crossbows would be cool. I guess it would be. There needs to define description better than skills. Yes, we already discussed about that. They need better descriptions, more clear descriptions to the perks. To all of the perks. Yeah. Each perk, which unit affects what? Okay, looter died. Congratulations, Looter 1. Congratulations, you survived, Looter boy. Yes, you did. Let's get out. Yes, we whipped the bastard somehow. Wasn't that difficult, mate. Too bad your friend died. It's worth them quest for powerful notables because they can spawn. Yes, you know, Ian. I'm aware of that. Why do you think we're destroying hideouts? You found out how to power farm to clan tier 3? Either farming sea raiders, defeating lords and releasing them, or well, defeating lords in general, not necessarily releasing them, and spamming tournaments. That's how you power farm to clan tier 3. Okay. Did that looter level up? No, not looter, that recruit. No, he didn't. Let's go southwards. Next stop would be Haneki. You hate that some armor that looks trash is in fact some of the best, and another that looks like it should be super strong is not that good either. Yeah, they need to streamline. They need to streamline armor badly. They need to have clear tiers of armor that you can utilize in battle. To know at a glance that that unit is a mid-tier unit that will most likely be destroyed by archer fire. To know that those dudes are in heavy armor and you should employ blunt weaponry against them and stuff like that. They need to streamline and categorize armor better. I'm not sure that there's a value in properly using the smithing mechanic as it is. It's a ton of time for almost no impact. Green Bean, the only reason why you would invest time into smithing is because practically it would give you an extra level. Well, if you increase it to around 200, around that ballpark, it should give you 2 levels. And the weapons that you create from smithing actually have quite a good value, and you can make a lot of money with it. Did they lower the tier of some of the minor faction units? They might have, I'm not really sure. You would like roll skills to provide dirty trick perks, such as throwing dirt in the enemy's face in the arena fights and stuff like that. That would be cool. I don't think that the gear scaling is very good at all. That's exactly our point, Green Bean. Smithing's really good. I completely agree. Smithing in its current state is a very... If you invest the time and the patience, you will make a lot of money much faster than, let's say, if you do trade runs. But yeah, practically all methods of making money are good. Farming Sea Raiders in Sea Raider Peninsula is amazing. So, sorry for not mentioning it. So, farming Sea Raiders in Sea Raider Peninsula for roguery and for money is awesome. Smithing for the extra levels and just the stupid amounts of money that you make is awesome. And there's a bug right there. I think I'm stuck. Oh, no, I'm out. Apparently I'm out now. That's my baby boy. That's my looter. My recruit. He don't die. And trading is simply very good because, again, extra levels. And if you get high enough trading, you can buy and sell fiefs. But yeah, smithing is the easiest way of making money simply because you just defeat some looters. You do not sell their weapons. You smelt their weapons, and using the ingredients from their weapons, you just build higher tier weapons, sell them, and thus profit. In 1.4.2, you can't speak with vassals to join in your kingdom. There's a bug. Thank you for the warning, Baroon. That's going to be very shitty. Hopefully there's going to be a hotfix for that. But enough companion smithing isn't as much of a grind. Nope, it's not. If you have with your dude and 3 other companions, smithing goes pretty fast. Did they fix the monetary aspect of smithing? Yes, they did. But a 2-handed weapon and some mid-tier armor can still be worth anything between 2k and 10k. So, still worth making cash. And Hello Music's weapons sell for 100k, so there you go. There's a skull on bow skill tree that gives you the ability to use all kinds of bows on horseback, but it's not working, isn't it? I mean, you can't use longbows on horseback. No, reverse cross. Neither the crossbow perk nor the bow perk for mounts is currently working. So this thing is an exploit. Cities can't even afford your 500 dinar javelins. Okay. Do you think raiding is useless? Yes. There's no benefits. There's no long-term benefit from raiding villages. Unless you really effing hate a faction and you don't care about the relations with said faction. For example, Sturgia. I don't hate them, but I just will never utilize their soldiers in my current playthrough, so I don't mind destroying their villages. Relations with people are so important. Yep, pretty much. Well, relations with the right people, the ones that you're interested in. You get power level early in the game by having no companions, troops, and just be a magnet for every bandit around. You gain all the experience for all the kills. I did find using a crossbow while riding tedious, though. Bow and arrow. To be honest, exactly like in Warband, mounted archer build is the way to go. It's also very easy to make a very powerful character as a... Easy to level up, easy to survive, easy to fight against multiple enemies as a horse archer. Wonder how much playtime it would take a trader playthrough to conquer the entire map by using smithing with a stamina mod. Okay, Glenn, if you're going to go for a trader playthrough, you will not do smithing. You're going to be doing trading. And most likely going to be trading goods like fish, horses, stuff like that. You're not going to be doing smithing. Bannerlord perks lists all the perks in their current status, working or not, or partial. Dakota, is it up to date with the newest patch? There's a new bug in 1.4.2. Your army parties won't fight in a siege defense with you. Anyone else seen that yet? Haven't reached that part of the game yet. The lower the tier of minor faction units, they're no longer tier 6, but tier 5. I mean tier 4. So they're no longer tier 5, they're tier 4. Okay. That's enough. That's cool. Let's keep going, as I said, to Hanaki. But you buy the fiefs with a trading skill tree, right? Yes, but you don't use smithing. I mean, I guess you use smithing to gain the money necessary to buy the fiefs. Was that what you were referring to? He's talking about leveling, trading, and exploiting smithing money to give you unlimited silver. Oh, righto. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, you can do that. Sure. You can easily do that. Recruit troops. What do we got here? A tribal warrior. You know what? That's going to work wonders for me. If I can gain some of the higher tier dudes. By the way, guys, can you confirm if a noble inside a village, for example, in Hanaki, recruit troops, this dude, he's giving me tribal warriors, but no nobles. If I increase my relations with this dude, and if I guess increase his power, is there a chance for this recruit tab to shift and give me nobles? Have you ever seen that happen? Where a village simply changes the recruits? They do. Okay. So it is in my best interest. Oh wait, this is a headman. This is a headman, this is not a landowner. So there's no point in increasing him. You're trying to make your own kingdom, or are you a vassal of Kuzite? I'm not a vassal of anybody yet. I'm trying to build up an army so I can become a vassal. He will never give nobles because he's a headman. But if he was a landowner, for example, they can switch their recruits? Good question. I read through the patch notes earlier and didn't see any mention of perk fixes, but to be honest, I'm not so sure. Most likely we'll have to wait a few days, Dakota, for the site to get updated. You always play beta version? Faction works. Okay. Okay, my fellow rulers and clan leaders, I gotta go. Look for more highborn youths. This was fun to watch and chat. Hope you guys have a good one. See you later. Right, Balbin, thanks for dropping by. Wish you a wonderful evening, day, or night, or wherever you are. Powerful landowner can with 200 plus power. Okay. I always thought it was 300 plus, yen. But sure, that's good. That's cool. Good to know. But I am going to be deactivating that village for right now. Not going to attract that village anymore. You need to be a vassal to see end 2. I will be a vassal soon. No worries. I just want a functional, powerful army that's capable of handling itself on the field against other lords. And after I get that, we're going to join a faction. Of course, I understand that. No, also this place should have horses. Let's see. Tier 2. Actually, we'll need some Tier 2 horses, so just grab those. For the new recruits. Get those looters for the extra XP now. There we go. Hey, another little band joined up. That's awesome. Man, gotta fight so many goddamn looters to get the army going. The Paypam village had one, but you don't have it tracked, I think. Okay, I'll check Paypam out. But I remember literally going through all of the villages. But who knows, maybe some things changed. I'm not sure if it actually helps, but I always try to clear out the non-noble offerings when you pass by. Oh, okay. When will they implement cleave on normal two-handed weapons? I think axes have cleave implemented. Hello, music. I think axes do work like that. Have you noticed that there's different economy now in the beta? Olaf, I've not noticed if there's a different economy now in the beta. They haven't mentioned changing any prices, economically speaking. But I continued my previous playthrough, so practically I converted my 1.4.1 playthroughs in a 1.4.2. Axes do, but why not two-handed swords? Because it's not implemented yet. Hello, music. Yep. So many stuff. No level ups. Really? Shit. Okay. Alright, guys. We'll have to destroy that hideout to the east. I'm going to be ending things here. That's going to be enough for today. If you guys, well, first of all, thank you very much for watching and sticking to the end. If you guys like what I do, hit that follow button. Well, it helps me out, makes the channel grow, makes everything more awesome. If you want to further support me, also subscribe. If you're on YouTube, I have multiple guides and playthroughs that you guys can check out. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. That also helps me out immensely. That's it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, no, tomorrow's weekend. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Stream from Monday to Friday. So I'll see you guys on Monday, where we're going to be continuing with Bannerlord, and by then, hopefully, we'll have a few hot fixes, hot patches, quick fixes applied. Wish you boys and girls a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.